No, Joe Budden. No, Rory and Ma.
Oops. Is this a case of Mendices having his cake and eating it too? Because when he wasn't with Yandy, was he with Erica? When he wasn't with Erica, would he be back with Yandy? Because if both women carried to term, the pregnancies would have some overlap.
This part.
Sick that's real.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome to episode 352 of the Joe Budden Podcast. I'm your humble, gracious, grateful, and highly favored host, Joe Budden, here with a few of my nearest and dearest friends. Maul is here with us today. Parks is here. Rory is here. Erickson is here. Savon S-Dog is here. And Alex the Great is here. Rim is here somewhere. Gentlemen, how are y'all feeling? Shout out to our Spotify listenership, our YouTube viewership, our first and last time listeners, and everybody in between. Shout out to the essential workers. Shout out to all the women listening. Shout out to all the relationships listening. Shout out to all the truck drivers. Shout out to everybody at home with their anxiety and their fucking depression that can't wait to get out. Shout out to everybody listening. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Gentlemen, how are y'all doing?
That was always a misleading line to me.
Which one?
You can't be anywhere in the world right now.
Especially right now.
Yeah, currently maybe not, yeah.
Like, I appreciate that you're here.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to mislead you to say that you could be anywhere right now.
And you could be anywhere in the world and still listen to this podcast for the most part.
In any part of the world.
Yeah. I think YouTube is available everywhere on the planet at this point. Right?
Just got to get the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. It's all right, though.
You guys are great.
Yeah. That's all.
How you doing?
Great.
Great weather we're having. It's a beautiful day out in New York City.
I'm good.
Well, what's the forecast?
86, mostly sunny. You know.
Humidity high?
I'm so happy you asked.
I'm good.
I've been waiting to let everyone know. Yo, I'm good.
How was your weekend?
Look,
I know you had a
nobody
party.
said anything.
My weekend was cool. You know, did the birthday thing. Women's birthdays are always a lot.
Oh, yeah. No, so it's still her birthday.
Oh, it's a birthday month.
All
Maybe
month?
a year.
I still
then
have
you
balloons.
then you add in the quarantine layover.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I have to celebrate
It's rollover.
next year with this year.
Yeah.
I still have balloons from April.
Yeah, singular wireless rollover minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one of the great things about, like, being single out the long-term relationship. Like, I don't care about your birthday.
No.
Like, you don't care? You don't celebrate
I
it no
don't
more?
care about you anymore. Really. And
Yeah, I get it.
Right.
He just showing some appreciation for what you're
Yeah, I
saying.
wanna-
But he can't show so much. Yeah, he can't show so much.
I understand what you're saying. I was once there.
there we go. There we go.
He feels you.
There we go. Well, you had a good time?
It was cool, man. It was good quarantine birthday.
How many people were there? Under 10?
Of course, Parks. I follow all the
He
laws.
was at the door with the clicker.
Yes.
Because
We were all 6 feet away in a 12-foot living room.
after 4 years, your niggas stopped coming.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Nah,
you
can't
rock
make
out,
it. Yeah,
man.
can't make it.
Y'all in love and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Just love each other, man.
Play music and eat food.
It always gets awkward. Like if y'all beefing at like your girl's like birthday party,
Like
and homeboys
always?
is there. It's like now your boys are looking at each other like, yo, what time should we dip out? Because they not even talking to each other right now. It just gets awkward.
Somehow we just bumped into. This is a good topic. Like sometimes dudes like I won't go to your crib if like you live with your girl and your girl ain't cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Valid.
Yeah. No,
That's a
Like
valid thing.
you've
Yeah.
done nothing to ingratiate your girl into
Yeah.
the circle.
Yeah.
You've done nothing to fucking.
Then
and
it's
you know
just
she don't
weird.
fuck with us like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like you
odd.
threw my name in mad lies. She
Yeah, that's
despises
what it
me
is, though,
before
yeah.
she met me.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Why am I coming to your house with your girl? Honestly, I'm
Yeah.
not. I know what y'all doing over there. Same shit I do with my girl over here.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah. And then all
Nothing
of a
at
sudden,
all.
all of a sudden
But
you get all
pretend to
the
like her.
slick side comments like, "Oh, he didn't bring the strippers." Like, I haven't even met you. What are you talking about?
Or when she
How do you even?
Nah,
know
but it's even funnier when they think that you're the friend with like that brings all the girls.
Yeah.
When it's like, no, your man has the bitches. Like, he be putting me on.
I'd be with him because he have them.
Yeah, like he be putting me on. It's not me. But you can't say that. You got to take the loss for your man.
How about this? I hate your girl, and no, I don't want to come to your house.
That works.
Like,
that works.
I'm not in a relationship with your girl that I hate. You are,
Right.
and you hate her.
I
And that's
respect
cool.
that. I respect that.
I'm not coming over there to watch y'all fight. I do that enough at my dad's.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching the fight's awkward.
You want to watch a fight? Go to my dad's. He tearing Jackie ass up. Right. Oh, yo. Bob had a bad night at fucking Bidwist the other night and blamed Jackie. If you would have made the day a little better, God damn it.
Would have went in with some focus.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. I'll stay home.
On the other side, who do you take in the breakup when you're fly with both? How do you weather that storm?
That's always a tricky
You
one.
got to take your homeboy always.
Yeah.
Always.
Well,
Gotta go.
in
You gotta
99% of the cases.
Gotta ride with your homeboy. You have to.
Riding with Seeyousoon.
All right. So, did we YouTube listeners? Did we talk to them yet?
I've been trying not to do my car starter laugh.
Yo, what's wrong with you, man? Just tell me what's wrong. If you just tell me, answer me one time, what's wrong with you? I'll never ask you again.
All right, let's do it.
What's wrong with you?
Last week, you told me that we have not provided the edge and
Okay.
that we have been safe. Whatever week that was.
But-
that was recent that
Okay,
you
but
said
that's
that.
not the edge. I was talking about
No, but let me explain
Okay,
it
go
to you.
ahead.
We're all friends here.
Yes.
So we can
Sometimes.
speak in sometimes. But we can speak in code and kind of understand
Absolutely.
each other. So I'm here to give it to
Okay.
him. I pick Seeyousoon.
That wasn't the edge I was talking about. But okay.
And I'll call her.
No.
She'll tell you.
It's fine.
She'll tell you.
It's fine.
That nigga fixed me in that breakup.
It's fine. I got it. I understand now. Jesus
And
Christ.
no, but my beef with you is you do too.
No, we're not gonna just don't pull me into that. Like you're on that edge. Stay there. There's no more room on that edge. I gotta find another edge. Yeah, I gotta find another edge.
He's
man.
at the flat Earth edge.
Yeah. I gotta go the other way.
man.
I gotta go the other way.
Let me see. So see, I'm not like you. I'm not phony.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
Who you're calling the person that
Call
side
my-
you didn't take?
But so he knows it.
That's funny.
Yo.
Yeah, what's going on? Joe Budden from the Joe Budden Podcast. How you doing?
Oh my God. What's
He
good?
was good.
Amani, I'm calling for one specific thing. It's Joe, it's Maul, it's Rory, it's Parks. You know who the fuck
It's
it
good.
What's good, y'all?
Amani, because I'm not
Why your audio sounds so good?
because I'm not phony, I'm calling to discuss this with you. You ready?
Oh God. Here
Amani,
we go.
do you know that in some of your breakups that you've had in the past, I pick the girl?
And probably in most of them.
Damn. Yo, I'm still struggling with you and your first little, from back in the day. Like, what happened there? But, all right, cool. See, so I was just having that talk with Maul. Maul said I was shady. I told Maul he'd do the same thing, but he don't want to own up to it.
I don't choose. I always choose my homie. Always.
No, I'm rolling with the girl sometimes, man.
Nah, I think
Sometimes.
That's because you a dirty man.
No, because you know your man's is foul. You know she meant
So what?
well.
You still supposed to ride with him?
Nah.
Wait.
Nah.
And you only wet because you only ride
Joe.
with her if she look good. That's
Joe.
why he phony.
What happened,
That's
E?
why he phony.
You
That's
don't
nasty,
you don't
baby.
want to go that route.
No, I'm admitting to it, E. That's what I'm saying.
No. But if we were to maneuver in that manner, you would probably have the biggest issue in life with your friends.
No, I hate
watch
every
you-
girl I've
I
ever
watched
spoken
you
to.
argue with Maul in the car about him not cutting off a certain person that you weren't cool with no more.
I don't like
I watch
that.
you do that.
Imani,
he's also
wait,
admitted
hold up, Rory.
hypocrite.
Hold up, we getting personal now. Hold up, Imani.
See?
Imani, I don't like that Maul does that.
I don't do it.
Maul does that.
What?
That's what Maul does, and
Tell
I
me.
don't like that shit.
What do I do?
Don't unfollow.
You keep fly with bitches after niggas ain't fly with them no more. Not bitches, because we ain't using
Right,
that word,
right.
but women. You stick around afterward. Yo, you good? You need
Isn't that
anything?
what you're admitting, though?
Yeah, but Maul do it sneaky.
No, I don't. What are you talking about?
I go right to starlets. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't.
Yo, what's up?
I don't see none of these.
I'm
girls.
here.
Yeah, but I
Yo,
don't.
give me some cigarettes.
No, I speak to them. I speak to them via like social media. I don't see them in person. Like you pull up.
That might be more
Yeah,
foul.
see, now I don't do that. No, hell no.
Hey, Because I love you guys, and because this is most likely going to be heard by a bunch of motherfuckers, I'm going to decide to remain silent, and we can probably get to this at a better time because I don't want to.
But niggas be having some fine exes, man.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
Look at Mo.
That
Look
don't mean you
at
gotta.
Mo. Look at Mo. Look at Say Mom.
No, that part is a fact.
Hey, I'm only throwing little feelers out to see the
but
creeps.
listen.
Look at Say Mom.
No, that's a fact. Niggas date pretty girls, but that's what I'm saying. You only stay cool with them because they look good. If they was ugly, you wouldn't be still cool with them.
100%.
What's a nigga doing?
100%.
Who? I swear I didn't hear who you just said.
Good.
Okay.
And unfollow her.
Oh no.
See?
No, but I don't speak to her. But I don't speak to her.
Unfollow her.
No, she has
She has amazing,
do that.
She has
good
amazing
content.
photos.
She has amazing photos.
She travels.
She has great photos.
I saw her feeding the elephant while she was eating a
this nigga will
croissant.
not unfollow that Neek boy.
Yeah, nah.
He been on. I've been on a few of mine for a while.
only because
not mine. I will edit that out.
No,
But you know what I'm saying.
No, well, her in particular because I saw her feeding an elephant while she was eating. I thought that was amazing. I've never seen no shit
She has
like
good
that.
travel content.
Yeah, like her.
Maybe he's a
her
travel.
picture-
I think I
talk to
follow her
bitches that
too.
feed my
She does have good content.
Yeah,
My
Just feed my
elephant.
elephant. You can't watch. What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga?
not feed.
Because I don't know who feeds your elephant. See, that's what's shady about
First of
you.
all, we not
that's
gonna-
what's shady
we not gonna
about
say
you.
feed your
yes, I
elephant.
do. We gonna talk about it.
No, we not.
Oh no, I ain't gonna lie though.
It's actually a topic.
I ain't gonna lie.
Feed your
There's certain females that niggas should just unfollow. Period. Because there's certain exes that were pieces of shit.
Yeah, Maul
What
still.
how they-
Yeah, come on, Maul. Honestly.
No, not most of them. Not most of them.
real,
Most of them.
Mo?
are cool.
Which one of
Shit
your
just
exes
ain't
still
work out.
follow?
But there's a couple that just ain't shit.
Oh, no.
that
It is
niggas
really
still-
awkward. You gotta unfollow the ex though. The homie's ex.
All right, come on. We got serious shit to get to. I can't do this with y'all. Amani, thank you. Maul's a piece of shit. You got fine exes. I'm out of here, bro.
Y'all be good, man.
What, nigga?
Rory and Ma.
Peace.
All right, where do y'all want to begin? 26-minute intro. You know the fucking vibes, man.
Let's start with the
Get to your joggle shit, dog.
No, yo,
We're talking too much shit out here.
Yo,
what they doing.
man.
What they doing.
Yo, man.
I cannot believe they saying Joe can't be a mogul.
Why they saying that?
I just read the
Because
definition.
somebody decorated his room in fake off-white painting on the
Wait,
walls.
what made it fake?
And he had because it wasn't Virgil that did it. It was him that just
It's the same font and the
whatever.
same quotations.
Whatever. The guy had a mogul wall, and it said moguls in quotations, and the moguls were Hove, Nipsey, Kanye, Virgil, and Joe.
And Meek.
out of that whole list, and Meek, and out the whole list, know who they attacked? You guessed it.
Joggle.
Joggle.
Jay-Z. Oh.
Well, it's a Virgil wall, so they can't attack Virgil.
And Virgil is a mogul.
Yes. Kanye.
Can I get the definition of mogul just
got
so I'm
you.
clear?
It's,
you
well,
right here.
it
Just
was
so I'm
a,
clear, man. I don't know.
it's a steam locomotive with 3 pairs of driving wheels and 1 pair of smaller wheels in front.
that's 2, Rory. Okay, go to 1. Read 1.
An important or powerful person,
Come on, man. Air horns.
especially in the motion picture or media
Oh, I
industry.
happen to be there.
Similar. A tycoon, VIP, you sit in VIP. Notability.
Maul, to that I say,
Yeah. Yeah, they got to leave you on the wall. They can't take you down.
No, you gotta be on that wall.
that's it.
I was with it. You thought I was gonna come in here and hate. I was here to give you your flowers.
You know what?
And I think you're only at the beginning stages of your mogability.
early in my mogulability.
Yo.
Which is, if that's not a word, that's
what they
word.
gonna do with me?
Well, by that definition, yeah, they got to leave you on the wall.
That's it. That's all I got, man. My feelings were a little hurt.
It's
You
all
know, I
right.
was a little perturbed coming in here. I didn't really feel up to potting.
Well,
I
I'm
wish I
glad-
had
I'm
some
glad
flowers for you, man.
Yeah.
Oh, the florist is open.
Nah, they're closed.
This is your
well,
mogul music.
You should find a florist that's open.
Yeah,
Give me
right.
some flowers.
Yeah.
I'm here to get flowers today, man.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, listen, y'all already know the vibes. Y'all know what time it is. Don't let the self-deprecation fool you, man. Consumption, streams, retention, what you want to do, what we want to talk about. What we talk about.
Let's get right into
Let's
your
get into
don't-
retention.
Let's get into some Jersey City shit.
Why not?
You're the mogul of Jersey City. You got to defend this.
Didn't we just bring up Akon?
We did.
We did just bring Akon up.
Gave him his flowers.
And you told me I had to defend.
Okay.
Today is your time. Cape Town Joe. Jersey City's own. Two biggest acts out of Jersey City. Mogul Joe and Mr. Akon.
I'm mad that Joe kind of called this and we didn't see the obvious nail in the head. Let's redo
Well, there wasn't
Locked
much
Up.
to call because Akon came out a month ago and said, can't wait to work with him.
No, but Joe said he was going to have a song about being locked up, and he's out
And
now.
telling you why he snitched.
Yeah.
And now he's telling you why he snitched. Got me thinking like, why the fuck I did that? That's what he said.
Anytime you've been in the bookings, though, haven't you stared at
Fighting
the
with
wall?
my lawyer, Billy, for another offer. I can see my daughter. Cause.
Listen, man. Poetry is poetry.
No, it's not. Yeah, let me start all
Yeah,
this.
no,
with,
that was a hood
we're
sign.
we're not addressing Duke by name because
Of
Duke
course
is
not.
Duke. Y'all know who Duke is when we say Duke. Duke is horrible. He is fucking atrocious. Honestly. I know that we were all misguided and misinformed when the gang was by him. And I know this may seem like a really petty and silly point, but when the gang moves and you can just really see how corny niggas are, what the fuck is he talking about?
His story.
Got me feeling like, why the fuck I did that? Huh?
He wasn't feeling
Mo, this was your man. You came in here and tried to fucking tell the whole podcast he was the greatest in the world since Chi Ali. You did. I remember it. We never brought it up, but you did.
I said he was the hottest.
Yo, nah,
What a
this is the shit. This is the shit right here. Telling y'all, I'm early on this, but the mall stamp is clear.
never
This
said that.
rainbow head kid
I never
is
said
the
that.
one.
I never
And y'all don't like him, but guess what?
never
I
said
kind of
that.
like him.
I never said that. He was hot.
I was going to say, is Maul wrong? He was the one.
He has some really big songs.
But he's definitely Ariana Grande.
No, he's not.
Even every time he come out and start talking about music, he talking to Ariana Grande and Bieber and whoever's at the top. He ain't talking to niggas.
They have the same ponytail.
I just don't.
For those that have no idea what we talking about, Duke did a remix of Locked Up, Akon Locked Up, Jersey City's finest, Akon Locked Up, or Newark, somewhere in Jersey, but Jersey's finest, Akon Locked Up.
Jewett Avenue.
Yeah. And Duke had on a little lace front, and he real colorful lace front, and he performed next to Akon. There's an Akon verse on this.
It was very impassioned.
This shit was fucking disgusting. It's everything
it
about
was
this.
rough. It was rough
I
to
threw
watch.
up in my mouth.
I just don't
threw up in my
understand.
mouth, and that don't even happen often, man. Get this fucking lace front wearing nigga out of here.
But why would Akon do this?
Why would any of them do this? Where is Shotty? Where is Madonna's son? Somebody guide me out of this mess. I'm not here to be PC and politically correct. The world is fucked up. Black people got it hard, and I'm coming on my platform to tell the truth. What the fuck are they doing?
No.
Look at Akon's head nod. You know that head nod. We've all done that
don't
one.
even believe that.
Come on, man.
That's for the
Is
check
it
head-
only
that's-
me?
That's for the check head nod.
Come on, Parks. Utilize your platform, man.
Oh, well, Joe, I just told you, attention is the biggest drug on the planet, and Akon is only doing this for attention.
He doesn't need to do this for attention.
No, but
Like,
he
he's
does, no.
Akon.
We got to stop saying that. We got to stop saying that. We got to stop it. Yes, he's Akon, but nobody is
Akon.
nobody is checking for Akon today.
I think
That's
see, and
not
that's
true.
where me and you disagree.
Who was
That's
checking?
not
For, who's waiting for an Akon song?
That's where
He-
me and Maul go.
Before
go
Corona,
awry.
he may have been up there in the top 10 of how much money he makes off touring per year.
That's not what Maul just said, though.
Who is waiting for
If
Akon?
you're making that much
record?
money off touring, people are checking for you.
from
Maul,
old shit.
Maul.
So?
Akon has graduated, long graduated from who's listening to an Akon song right now. Akon
Right.
is giving you Gaga. He's giving you whoever. He's giving you him. He's
Right,
giving you Pain.
I understand that, but I'm talking about
Like,
if
Giving
Akon,
electricity to Africa.
Yeah, like he's past.
he's doing that.
I want to
He's-
make my. I disagree with Maul. That's Maul.
that people are looking for Akon.
No, I'm saying that he's graduated from that, and that's why he's sitting there with that old nigga.
No.
head nod.
That's why he don't need to be doing that. He don't need to be doing none of this. Like Akon is
But he might-
solidified.
he- but
Let
he
me hold
might-
on. Let me be clear. Akon is solidified. He don't. This is why this is confusing to me, because when you have acts like the acts he's worked with and he has under his belt, why would you be doing this? Especially right now. Especially coming from where you come from and what you've been through. You just know how this looks.
Well, he says in the caption, being locked up can really change your perspective in life. Ask Duke. Locked Up coming soon.
Hashtag.
So maybe he, and much like I heard 50 do.
Yeah, but why he ain't do Locked Up with Meek Mill?
Hold up, and an excerpt from, because Meek Mill didn't ask him maybe?
Come on, man. We're not doing that. I thought you said we was here to talk. We know why he's doing this, and this is why this is confusing to me. Like, why do you want this attention? Why are you looking for this attention from the internet now?
This is what I'm saying. This is my take, and then we can pass it to race relations so they can share. I agree that this is attention seeking. I also agree that older established kings don't really be viewing shit like that. Like, they'll just go do some corny shit for somebody they like. They don't, and not think about the attention that comes with it.
No, they want the attention, and there's nobody that gets more attention on the internet than Duke.
It was probably some politics behind it too. I'm sure that Akon is cool with Lucian or
I don't care about none of that.
I bet there was a politic play behind it.
I don't care about none of that. I'm asking why would Akon do that?
Because being locked up can really change your perspective in life. Ask Duke.
Bobby and Rowdy come home this year. Why not wait for them to come home?
No,
he's
going to do part 3 with them.
Nah.
Part 3?
Nah. See, and that's the problem.
You was just locked up again.
Nah.
Locked up again. You was locked up again. Let me out. No. No?
Nah, that's a hit. Again.
I can't jack that. This attention seeking shit is crazy.
I just swear, if we stop paying attention to it and ignore it, it'll go away.
I mean, I didn't even want to talk about this shit.
I did.
It wasn't on my list.
I could not
like,
wait
I didn't even want to talk about
Are
this
you
shit.
kidding me?
Like, this shit to me is just, because you know what it is. Like, when you see older dudes that you respect chasing attention, that's nasty to me. It's disgusting. You solidify. You don't need attention from anybody. Like, you're solidified. Akon is solidified. He's great for the rest of his life. You don't need this.
Let me tell y'all something. For somebody who denied protective custody and witness protection, for somebody who has gone through whatever Duke has gone through and may or may not have people in search of him looking to do him bodily harm, maybe permanent, they are doing a really bad job at concealing him.
Listen, man.
No, listen, nothing.
It is what it is.
Fucking, they sent Academic to Duke's house somewhere. Fam, I'll go tie Academic up and get that address.
Yeah, but, you know.
Like, I could tell
just
hip-hop
giving
is
that to
just in a
anybody.
really different place. Like, Akon is a street dude. Some street dudes can get that. If I'm Duke, I will never let Akon come in here. It looked like Akon heading on to get the address. Tell me I'm lying. Am I off?
No,
It looked like he is heading on to say, "Oh, we got it. Oh, I'm giving this to Shoulda Black."
But that's why. But that's
Shoulda Black.
Yeah, even that. Why he didn't wait for
fucking Duke pouring his heart out to him. Akon like, "Oh, tonight,
Yeah.
someone's coming here." I just don't think that this is the best route of protecting this kid. And because this kid's an idiot, he may not even know it. So let me use my platform to tell him, hey, stop it.
I'm just disappointed.
You should stop it.
That's all.
That's it. I don't have nothing else. I know we don't like to talk about Duke here, and we don't have to. That's not a prominent point of concern for me.
Wait, I'm not even talking about him. I'm
But
just talking
that
about
locked up shit was
Akon.
funny. That was funny. It was funnier because of Tory, to be honest with you.
That was funny. The tweet said.
I
Fam,
enjoyed Tory's tweet.
listen, as somebody who has been fucked up by just watching and witnessing everything going on with the state of affairs in the world right now, I be in search of things to laugh at. I do. And I have a warped sense of humor, so I'll admit, I may laugh at something. See, I think the progressive lady is funny. If you just show her, I'm going to laugh. That girl is funny.
I agree.
If you just show... Listen, I've been laughing at shit. Sorry, don't fucking kill me or cancel me. But Duke did the shit with Akon. And I know all the rappers hated that shit. And here comes Tory to say, and he said it passive-aggressively, because Tory
and sarcastically.
Because no, please, no. I'm done with that. I'm done. We here to pod or not. Don't do that.
You don't think this was sarcastic?
Do not, no.
Oh, I don't think it was sarcastic.
No, it wasn't sarcastic. I think Tory felt the way that he was denied the sampling rights to Locked Up, and now this little snitch-ass nigga is remixing Locked Up, and I think that's why Tory, with all his celebrity, is even saying something about this. This is very common. Hey, niggas get denied sample clearances all the time.
Yeah.
For you to say this the day after the snippet leaks, no, I don't think it's what sarcasm. Can I look up sarcasm? No. I think he's very serious. Yeah. And for him,
I disagree.
Cool.
And not only that, him being Tory, he remixes everything. So I could definitely see him trying at one point to remix Locked Up in the past.
This is not suggesting Akon denied clearing a sample for him. This is him saying, I watched the snippet, and how the fuck did he...
To someone else. What does that mean?
This is a joke.
It's implying that
this is me watching a clip and saying, I'm known for remixing everything. Why didn't Akon give that to me? Ha, ha, ha.
No, I get
it's a
that.
joke,
no,
this is not... I don't think y'all are reading too much into this.
I don't think Tory's light of it.
I read too much into everything,
I don't think he's
number
mad.
one. I read too much into
mad.
everything, number one. And number two, I'm not reading too much into it. I'm reading it for exactly what it says. So what y'all telling me is, first of all, any publicist would tell you, shut the fuck up. If you got to come on the internet and start with, so what y'all telling me is, you got to go shut up somewhere. Any publicist is saying that. So when you step out of that celebrity bubble to start with that, you telling me something. I want to hear it. Akon gave, fam, we ain't talked about Akon in ages. But you telling me about Akon. Cool. The Locked Up remix / sample to someone else. That's a regular sentence, Rory, until you add exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, and question mark. And then say, and not me, question mark, exclamation point, and 5 question marks, and then put the crying emoji. When these fucking kids today use the crying emoji, they're not laughing and they're not crying. They're salty. That's Joe's take. That's my opinion. He's salty about this.
Putting a bunch of question marks and
he's going back to bed.
It's
It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 p.m. And he's going back to bed.
It's a figure of speech.
Nah, I'm not wrong. It's a figure of speech when you're tight about something. That nigga's tight.
Oh, please.
Tory had a smoker to the Locked Up beat. Oh, I didn't mean that. He had a smoker to that Locked Up beat. You can't tell me he didn't. You can't tell me he didn't.
I'm
I don't know if he did or didn't.
All right, well, that's my
opinion.
opinion. Rory's opinion is no, this is sarcasm.
I think it's a both. I think it's
It's a
sarcasm.
joke.
I think at one
Do
point
I
he
think
definitely
Tory would like to remix?
Then where did he say ha ha?
The crying emojis.
crying emojis. That was the laugh. That was the ha-ha.
You know people do actually use those to laugh, Joe.
This is like when y'all told me that Kanye and Drake was cool because they made a song. Remember that?
Yeah.
4 years ago?
Okay.
This is the same shit. The laughing emoji means I'm laughing. All right, y'all got it.
You said, where's the ha-ha?
I got it. And
You
y'all said
asked
the
what
laughing
ha-ha was.
emoji.
Yeah, that's what.
I think that's a passive-aggressive laughing emoji. I don't think that's
so,
ha-ha.
So no one has ever used that emoji to laugh.
I think that means... Yes, Rory, does that help your argument? People have used
You
the
asked what a
laughing
ha-ha was. That's saying ha-ha.
People have used the laughing emoji to
I think
laugh.
he was joking, but serious.
Do I think Tory Lanez would like to remix Locked Up? Of course I do.
Seems that
Well, you don't have to ask that because he already tried to.
It seems that he
When did
tried
he?
to.
When he reached out for the sample.
When did he say he did that? Maybe you haven't. See, you talk to Tory. You have information that maybe I don't have. I'm just reading this tweet. Where does it say I reached out to Akon, he denied the sample of a record I already did?
I don't talk to Tory on the strength of Maul. Lower your fucking white ass voice. I ride with Maul.
No, you don't. And you talk to Tory.
This time I did. I don't ride with Maul. You're right.
Why
You don't. You don't.
I hate Maul.
And you talk to Tory.
But what I got to do with
never
Tory?
wanna
Though? I
ride
ain't got
with
nothing to
Maul.
do with Tory. Why are you saying that? See, that's how you create these narratives, and then you get in front of these dudes, and they think I really don't
we don't
like
have
them.
to argue about this. Me and Rory disagree on this. But anyway, let's move forward. Tory Lanez, in an attempt to address Duke and Akon, got himself into some spectacular smoke. Spectacular Parks from Pretty Ricky, whom I went to see that tour.
Okay.
Spectacular is also rumored to be a very successful investor.
Good for him.
Yeah, I'm not confirming that, but that's the word in the street. So what I'm saying is Spectacular is not coming from the bum-ass nigga aspect.
Gotcha.
Like, he's not coming from the angry, I'm mad and I'm broken. This is how I feel. Like, it doesn't feel that way.
Right.
But,
And says he owns his own masters of that music, which I'd imagine would bring you a lot of money.
Yeah, it's lucrative. I'm sure.
For his catalog, I think it would be.
Yeah.
But go on.
nah,
No, I think those. I'm
you
not,
should own your masters. I don't know how many people are attached to the masters for Pretty Ricky. It doesn't
sure.
say.
Yeah.
We don't know how much it generates. There's a lot of people that have to sign off when somebody wants to sample it. I understand what Spectacular is saying here. Like, hey, I signed off on this. Yeah. I signed off on this. I let you get it, even though we did a record. It never came out. You ran off. You didn't talk to me. Next time I saw you, it was, yo, I know you still mad at me over how that record went down. Like, this is very common and typical here.
Yeah.
The fact that they went back and forth for so long over Duke and Akon's freestyle was funny to me, though. It's not much to it, Rory. You're right.
No,
it's not much to it, but it was dragged out because
of course
artists today just drag things out.
And people are bored.
So Tory said whatever he said to Duke and Akon.
Why does everyone shit on Tory's first name anytime they address him? Look here, Daystar.
That's his real name?
Yeah, I found that out from a Drake verse.
Oh.
I don't think that's such a bad first name.
I don't think it is either, but why everyone address him by his first name all the time?
Now, let me just admit my alliances here. Spectacular DM'd me before.
And we know how easy you are.
No, we don't. Why does Rory think he knows I'm easy?
You're easy.
I don't kick it to Rory about my sexcapades.
Oh, no.
Sexcapades.
I'm talking about women. I'm talking about like male
industry?
male celebrities.
with
You're
men.
mad easy.
I'm easy with the men.
Yeah, you mad easy.
Is it 2022?
All it takes, you do a
yet.
2-minute rant, and all it takes is a "Hey Joe," and you're like, "Yo, he's a really good guy." You're easy with
Who
dudes.
have I done that with?
Everybody.
I'm tired of that too. That's a lie.
But you say that. You say you pieced it up with everybody.
I pieced it up with a few dingers.
Yeah,
man.
that's all.
Yachty I like.
Yeah, see?
Quavo I like.
See?
I like everybody I beef with. I do.
There you go.
Who have y'all beefed with? Anybody?
I don't beef with
Strolling in the park.
nobody. I don't beef with nobody.
Especially celebrities.
Yeah, no.
That's your style.
I'm here today. Well, I'm here. Who y'all beefed with? Let me hear.
Nobody. I ain't got no beef.
Look, Rory typing something.
Type in my password to get on my laptop.
Typing his
I
password
don't
to the
care. I
beef.
said you're typing something.
He typing his password to the beef. He trying to pull up his beef
I had to
list.
check on my
Pause.
beef real quick. Pause.
All right, come on. Where we at? Listen, Tory and Spectacular, y'all ain't fight. And all the niggas that can't fight are fighting now. So if y'all ain't gonna fight, then I don't respect it.
It's a challenge.
Osiris. Every day, some one of these rappers want to fight Osiris.
Who's Osiris?
Exactly.
He fighting everybody. Though. I like that.
Exactly,
I like
my
that
boy.
though. He fighting everybody.
Ooh, man, go home. Go
He
home.
just want to get in the gloves.
Go home.
I like it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I appreciate the challenge.
We should do an old nigga boxing link up.
That would be hilarious.
No, it wouldn't. A few of your favorite podcasters would be on the ground. Fuck are y'all talking about? That won't nothing be funny about. Niggas would be mad. Oh, why Joe did that to him?
See, that's
I think
Oh,
that's
damn, why Joe did
that's
that?
why
I thought
older
they was
dudes
just about
can't
the
do it.
jokes.
Yeah, that's why older dudes
Nah,
can't
I'm not
do it.
about no jokes. I ain't like that shit. Now his face is
think,
in the ground. How about that?
that'd be another podcast beef Rogan would win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm not getting in the gloves with that guy.
Oh, y'all said his name.
Wait, Rogan is Duke now too?
Y'all said Candyman. Come on, what's important out there to talk about? State of the world. State of the world is still important. New York is opening. Phase 2 opening. NYC.
When is phase 2?
I'm not quite sure what that entails. It's supposed to be Monday. Phase 2, I think, includes bars,
hair salons.
beauticians.
That's quick between 1 and 2.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Are you sure bars are in there?
I'm not certain of
Okay.
anything. I just know that Phase 2 is supposed to be happening a few days from now. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
As of right now, New York is still empty. The streets are kind of empty. It's not too much traffic out there. But yeah, Phase 1, Phase 2, whatever that means, it's happening. We're here now.
Yeah.
No, it's a fact.
It's slowly happening. Slowly rolling out. I think we still won't see any large gatherings like concerts and
Yeah, no, I think
Sporting
that's
events
That's
until
like
next
phase
phase 4.
15 or some shit.
yeah, that's
not
not
gonna
until
go out.
next year though.
yeah.
All right, well, you guys going to participate in restaurants and bars within the summer at least? Or are you going to let these people feel it out
It
first?
depends. I'll do the outdoor, dining type of thing. Like New York is known for. A lot of
Yeah.
restaurants have outdoor seating. I might do that.
Yeah, the smaller spots, I might go to. I
Yeah.
might be okay with outdoor seating.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I'm not gonna be rushing to it.
Definitely not rushing to it. But I'll do outdoor dining. I'll sit outside a restaurant and have something to eat.
It depends on what happens with like the numbers. If the numbers continue to be what they have been for the past 5 days or whatever, then I'll feel a little more confident in it.
The barbershops
see,
is back. That's the most important thing.
Well, I was about to ask, what are you exactly waiting for it to open? Like I've become so reconditioned in all of this, like everything. I don't even wear my watch anymore. Like anything that used to matter is just not of so much importance today.
Truthfully, I just want the hotels in a lot of the cities to reopen.
Oh,
So I can
Nasty.
travel. No, just
Nasty
to travel.
work.
Yes, it's phase 4, but I just want to travel. I want to be able to travel. That's
okay.
it.
Hotels are open though.
And some cities, yeah.
Well, you saw Florida and Texas didn't want to sit down,
Yeah.
and now this shit's spiking back up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
But yeah, Joe, I'm kind of with you. I was thinking about all right, what I want to do when
Wait, let
the
me
shit
play
opens
this.
up.
Let me hold on.
Oh, go ahead. No,
let me
get
play
your
this
shit
for
off.
Maul real quick.
Because I said I'm waiting for the hotels and cities.
Yeah.
Hey,
I want to travel. Hell yeah.
Hey, freaky Maul, freaky Maul. Hey,
I just want hotels to open, man. That's all.
That's why he follows Tanika,
Great hotels.
traveling connoisseur.
Yeah. Great hotels.
Cool.
Nothing.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Friend of
But
the
here's-
show. Friend of the show. Friend of the show.
Here's phase 2. Salons,
Love her dearly.
barbershops, real estate services, car dealerships.
What will reopen? Outdoor dining will be allowed. Essential and phase 2 in-store retail, salons and barbershops, real estate services, car dealerships, commercial, building management, and offices. That's everything.
I'll be curious about what happens with the real estate market.
It's down right now.
Big curious.
Yeah.
People are buying still.
I know, but
Now's the time.
people are moving out
Yeah.
in high numbers,
Yeah. Especially in New York City.
and people are not moving in high numbers. So,
Yeah, it's about time we lower this fucking rent.
yeah.
Well,
I would love
barbershops
to
are
buy
back.
a house, but
As long as barbershops are back, some type of normal.
No, I've been getting cut.
Well, your barber comes to your house, so that's different.
That's what I'm saying.
You never felt that. But that's why I didn't understand why you didn't have a cut for so long.
I was standing with the people.
Okay.
Is that wrong?
No. I'm all for it.
The people's mogul.
That's how you get to that level. Take the people with you.
typhoon of the people,
Typhooning.
the typhoon of the people.
What do you guys got for me?
Joe, your man Terry Crews was at it again.
I don't care about Terry Crews right now. Not right now. Not right now.
Fair enough.
We not at minute 52. We'll get to Crews cruising.
Okay. Do we want to get to some silly shit or keep up with the news?
No, let's finish news because I want to be silly
Okay.
for the rest of the way.
Democratic Joe and Parks, are you guys participating in the Kente Cloth collab?
Parks for sure.
Well, I mean, I thought about it, but
Parks can't wait to put his
How
Puma
should
Kente's
I
on.
receive?
Puma Kente.
How should I receive this joke when Rory was the one last week that was like, "Do you guys want to do 8 minutes and 40 seconds of silence at the front of the pod?" And now you're gonna tease the Dems.
The Dems.
the
I wasn't saying
Now
we should
you
do
wanna
it in
tease
Kente
the Dems.
as a white man.
The demigods.
Yeah, look at this guy, man. You
Yeah.
gotta watch him.
Nancy Neals, but can't get up.
Nancy Neal.
She's gonna need a knee replacement.
Nancy Neal's
Yeah,
is
that's
hilarious.
a long time for somebody that age to be down there kneeling.
For sure.
Even if
Yeah.
it's not.
That's a long
My knee
time.
might
For,
fall asleep
that's a
down there
long
now.
time for me to be down there
Yeah.
kneeling.
Yeah.
Like my days of sitting Indian style are done. Like I can feel my joints disagreeing with everything I do.
Yeah, there's a reason that's for children to sit that way.
Yeah. Everything I do now, like my first thought is the effect that it's having on my knees.
Well,
You're at that stage.
Y'all will get there.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
I
not there
agree.
yet.
y'all will get there. It's coming. Well, Parks, you ain't such a young puppy. What are you, 36?
36.
It's coming for you.
Yeah, my knees be cracking.
Well,
now.
it should be
Oh, my
right
knees
around the
been
corner for
cracking
you.
since I was
But now we
a kid.
understand why they were so against kneeling for the flag, because they can't kneel at all. That makes sense.
I totally understand their argument now.
Yeah, I get it. That's why they didn't want to kneel. They can't.
And yeah, that was definitely that
No,
was a drumhead joke.
look at the tape.
But Kente wasn't readily available for them.
All right, run the jewels.
Good segue.
No, actually, let me take some charge of this podcast real quick with all the window dressing going on in this industry right now.
Window
What?
What?
Talk about
That's a
it.
good buzzword.
Talk about some of the window dressing.
Remember you were looking for the new 2020 buzzword?
Yeah, let's hear about the curtains.
Yeah, window dressing might be it.
Window dressing.
Well, I'm glad that
But they're using the shades.
Are you going through your text messages from
I'm glad
your
that the-
CEO group chat?
glad that
I told you about the window dressing. You're definitely in one of those group chats.
The mogul
the
group chat.
mogul chat.
The typhoon group chat.
Yeah. Like, oh, only the elite in here. You definitely part of that. And you was hype when you got into it too.
Couldn't wait.
Yeah, after he hated all of them his whole career. Oh, I want to play flag football too.
That's what y'all do?
Definitely.
All the jokes is
T-ball.
cool, but right this second, Joe is down to play. Let's search your text inbox.
Look at how you
What's
flip
up?
that.
Let's do it.
Text
That,
inbox.
oh, don't do that.
But how do you want to?
you mean
just go through my text?
I can you want to see my? Yeah, I know. It's not so funny
But
no
what
more.
you want to look at?
Now it's not so funny. I just want to type words in your text inbox and see what pops up. Can I?
Oh no, we can't do that. we can't.
Look at
do
Rory.
that.
No.
No, you're not down. Exactamundo.
Let's play check your DMs though.
I'm down. I'm down if you down. I'm down if you
I'm
down.
down if you down.
You ain't down.
I'm
nigga.
down if
ain't
you down.
You ain't down.
I'm down. It's gonna get me in trouble, but I mean, I'm down.
Let's go.
What's up? Here they go. First one, JBP. JBP right there. Swipe up. A little swipe up action right there.
Why is that in your DM? Why?
Cause look, second one. You know the vibes. I do.
You know the
I do.
vibe?
I know the vibes. Here's 3. Clue. Here's Clue at 3. Can I get the 3 with you? Let me see. Look.
Hold on.
Look. Why I gotta hold on?
trying to find out
Can I
they
get
gotta
the 3?
delete
Look,
shit.
Rory even got his
No,
phone
I'm
in his hand. Hey, can I get the 3 with you?
I'm trying to find
Joe.
DMs. How
You
get
know
to your
good and
DMs?
well my DMs are deleted
Can-
by the second.
Can I get to? I know, but by what your first 3 are, I can tell how many was deleted. So can I get
80
3?
89 weeks
Can
ago?
Well, I'll get the 4. Hold on, let me get the 4. That's how. Oh no, not 4.
3 is far though.
Oh no, I get the 4 because I think you right. I think you be right most of the time. Everybody else be mad at your delivery, but not me. That's 4. I get to 4. I get to 5 on them. Nah, that wasn't me that took that pick. Come on, man.
Let me start
I
deleting
get
some
this
first.
Nah, 6 is live. 6 is some action.
know.
6 is some action. 6, I was giving it up. 6 is voice note.
No, that's a good run though.
Hey, that's the listen. You send a voice note DM, you reached another level of nasty.
Wait, why?
Because you don't want to be able to read back what you said. Like you don't want those words to come back to haunt you.
Facts. That's why I'm voice noting.
Yeah, now voice note that. I need you to hear it.
Filthy.
Yeah.
6 is some voice notes, multiple.
Oh my god.
Hey, deleted a few of the first efforts.
Like she didn't see him.
No,
like
he
started
reset
talking and then was like, nah.
it. That wasn't right.
Nah.
You didn't put on your
That ain't even my
Darth
right.
Vader voice?
That ain't even my right voice. You know what I mean, you still ain't give me this phone.
You didn't give me yours. No. We ain't doing that. No, sir. Not me. Not today.
Hey, beautiful day out there. Hope everybody's feeling good. Hey, I'm trying to take this shit to the next level, boy.
Not with my
I'm trying-
DMs.
All right, it's cool.
We
No.
will get canceled.
Oh shit, yo, I'm doing pretty. Look, Trey Young, 7.
Oh my god.
That's 7.
Ew.
Pick that up.
Yeah.
Well, pick it up though.
It's a dude.
And
I like him too.
Clue and Trey.
That's my guy.
Yeah, I love him. Yeah. First of all, don't do that.
That's my guy. After that might. She said, "Stop talking to her."
What?
By the way,
I'm not supposed to still be talking to number 8.
Oh man, see,
Joe is exuding all this confidence, but going, all right, 7.
I just want
8.
to point out that I'm at my 8th DM, and I don't have a peep from anyone else's phone while I'm trying to lighten the mood, lighten spirits out there with all this chaos in the universe. Look, Rory just twisting his phone around.
Yeah,
in his hand.
Because you're not getting mine.
I don't want it, but just give me where it stops being so safe in your life. It don't have to.
Well,
it don't
that's-
have to be
by the way,
appropriate.
that's subjective because the first one saying happy birthday to this person.
Oh, that's in trouble.
Could not be
Oh
safe.
no, you can't do that. You can't tell nobody happy birthday.
Yeah, no.
And I put an exclamation point.
Oh my God, you cheated. You're a cheater. Do they ever change?
what you so excited about?
Her birthday.
I know.
Nothing from you.
Nah, I didn't really.
Nothing from Park.
Ain't really nothing crazy.
Nothing from nobody.
Just mixes in there.
Don't worry about it. Run the jewels.
Just mixes in there.
Don't-
That's just mixes. Come on, it's mixes.
I've been mixing it up too.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no, this is some trouble because there's a smiley face that you appreciate it.
Whoa.
Did you double tap the smiley face?
I did.
Oh man.
Oh,
Erickson blur when I just showed my phone.
at 10 it started getting freaky. Oh, shit. At 10 it's like, why you ask me that?
Why you asking me that? You know why I asked you that.
Come on, talk about something important. Anybody.
Your DMs look like
'Cause I'll get to 20.
Your DMs look like you're the double follow
Oh,
dude.
look.
You definitely the double follow dude. You follow on Twitter and
then
IG
shoot the DM?
back to back.
Then it gets safe down here.
You're right.
Safety. Oh shit! I ain't even hit the. What are you calling me? What are you calling me? The double follow dude? Let me
You're
hear.
the double follow
Let me
dude.
hear your theory on this.
You
Let's
see
hear it,
something
Rory.
on Twitter or on Instagram and you follow back to
and
back.
beat it down. Oh,
You-
Oh my God.
so aggressive.
and I'm joking.
No, we know.
You follow her on both.
I don't
You're
beat
like
anything
no-
down, by the way.
When's the last time you beat something down, Joe? Like with your performance, you felt like, oh shit, you surprised yourself.
You knew she'd be back. Without the money.
What? Why are you laughing? I'm just asking a question.
Because you ask.
Because you know when you feel like, all right, I surprised myself. I ain't did that in a while.
Yeah, I do that about once every 2 months.
Yeah, see? Every guy.
That's
That's
a good
good.
ratio, actually.
It's not frequent.
No, yeah. That's a good ratio
pretty
still.
Once every 2 months that's like mid-20s numbers.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean,
go out
I
here
don't
fucking.
think I'm giving the she not cheating dick. I mean, if that's what y'all are asking
Yeah.
me. I don't think my dick is preventing anything.
That's not what's keeping
She's
her.
good for the moment.
That's not
Nah.
That's not what's keeping her here.
Hey, here's a nigga in the DMs right now that'll out-satisfy
Yeah.
what I got going on.
For sure.
That's honest. I respect
What you want me to do?
I respect it.
Silence from y'all? Let's move it on.
Oh,
Run the juice.
That's the only dick I
Yo,
give
first of
out.
all, don't ever segue out of the conversation. Sounds from y'all. We'll move on. Don't do
Hey,
that.
run the jewels.
Run the jewels.
What we got?
What a great album.
Parks, don't do that.
Yo, this Wednesday podcast not supposed to be all this laughing.
I like it.
Oh,
It's,
yeah,
it's
no, I'm
needed
kidding.
right now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's been a lot of serious shit these last few weeks.
It's needed.
And listen, there is still serious shit going on in the world. Let me be clear on that.
Trying to take a break from it.
But listen, over the last few days, I tweeted the other day and I stand by this. Boy, the power of blogs when they utilize their fucking resources for good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if anybody's noticed, and I'm going to sound stupid even saying it, but I'll say it. Boiler Alert has been doing a fantastic job with all of this stuff. They done got at least 90 people arrested.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Every Boiler Alert post is them getting one of the racist white people arrested. They have not told us about one rapper's side girl. They ain't told us about Rory. They ain't told us about Milano. Like, whoever they're used to telling us about, Ari and Alexis had a fight. It's been none of that.
Right.
It's just been utilizing your powers for good, getting people arrested. The racist white lady that spit on the 17-year-old young black man, cops came right to her house. Awesome.
As they should.
What other videos I saw? Oh, Karen in the grocery store.
Which one?
Another Karen?
Yeah.
Yelling
There's
at
multiples.
indigenous people
Oh, I saw
that,
that.
hey, get out of here. She's like,
got
fam.
slapped?
Yeah, you smack Karen up.
Yeah.
Smack Karen right on up. Cuomo is trying to pass the Amy Cooper law that will that says anyone that calls the cops on someone as a unwillingly,
should've called it the
unlawfully
Karen
based
law.
on race.
Karen law
He
would
should
be
have called it the
hilarious.
Karen law.
But the Amy Cooper law is the Karen
Yeah, it
law.
is.
Yeah.
That is probably Karen.
Yeah.
It's Karen.
It is.
Though I
Amy.
think it's hilarious that you're legally allowed to call it the Amy Cooper bill. That's mad funny to me. That she can be the law.
They're passing that law that says if you utilize weaponize 911 against people just for no apparent reason, then no, it's a hate crime.
It is
You're
a
going
hate
to jail.
crime.
Yeah.
And that is hate crime shit. So that's
Absolutely.
progression. That's progression. They also passed the Eric Gardner law in New York
Yeah.
City, banning chokeholds. Funny, I thought chokeholds were already
Yeah,
banned.
It was banned.
I thought it was banned, but we black, so shit got to
Well,
happen twice.
they had to let dude off and then redo the law by saying, yeah, it still is illegal, but at that time it wasn't.
Dude that filmed the Eric Gardner murder
He was
has been released.
Good.
Has been released. So let me hit the round of applause button for him. Yeah, shit is fucked up out there. Protests are still happening. Don't think that they are not. They've amassed some of the largest numbers in history. Still ongoing.
That gentleman's name is Ramsey Orta. Let's make sure.
Ramsey
Orta.
Which was a really interesting story when you hear his side about that gun charge and how police were stalking his house after that video went out.
Also, while we're on this topic, the the young lady who filmed the
George Floyd.
The young lady who filmed George Floyd's murder has been speaking out just about her mental health and the things she's been going through, the fact that she's traumatized just over what she witnessed, the amount of
I saw the community
hate
come out and
and
support her,
backlash that she has received from being the one to film that. I saw the community come out and support her as well.
I think her,
I have to imagine that is traumatizing to witness.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Well, it's
traumatizing
traumatizing
for
to
us.
me, and I
We
just saw
weren't
a clip.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, but it's important that she understands that her video, the role that it played in all of this and helping bring light and justice to this is very important, because had this not been recorded, I mean, there's no telling, the story they would have tried to spin to us and feed to the public. So, I mean, she did I understand how people, coming at her, just people just attack people for whatever reason now, but it's important for her to understand that, what she did was important and a lot of change happening.
Yeah.
And I understand that she may have, looking back in hindsight, maybe she felt like she could have done something to stop it or intervene or, whatever. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. But I don't want her to feel like what she did was wrong.
Nah, it was absolutely the right
You
thing.
know what I mean? And she absolutely played a major part in a lot of change that's going on around the world right now. So prayers and love to her.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
All right, here we go. I want to start here. I have an article in my hand. This is back to the current issue of window dressing going on out there currently. And when I say window dressing, I know you guys laughed at me earlier, but there's a lot of that happening where very tone-deaf companies are attempting to take advantage of the trendiness in the moment and attempting to make their alliances known, even if it's not all the way accurate. They're attempting to stand on the right side of right, which I do view as progress for some of these people.
Absolutely.
I do.
Sure.
I do. But there's just more work to be done.
Yes.
So I addressed some of this last week when it came to Dolan and the Knicks and the message that he's put out there in terms of his company. We got into it a little bit with Amanda Seales and her situation. And I'm on record saying that after all of these protests and some of the sentiments pass, I do believe that people are going to start taking this fight to the workplace. Mm-hmm. I stand in that.
It's a major part of it.
I think that, and I'll use Dolan and the Knicks as an example. I think that with the state of affairs out there and with how black people are feeling, I think that it's going to be tough to go to work if the company that you work for has expressed that all lives matter.
Right.
It's going to be tough to go to work and perform to the best of your ability if you're working for a company that you know is not on the right side of this argument. And many of us just so happen to know that about our workplace. So what happens then? It's the same thing I said about the kid Mikey Williams last week and the stance that he's taken as far as HBCUs.
Right.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of it going on, and I don't think that it's going to stop. I think that there's a major issue on the way, and that's kind of come to fruition a little bit, even with how fast Roger Goodell has acted with that video that he put out, that you can be the judge on whether you think it's sincere or not. For us, we'll know it's sincere when Kaepernick is able to get a job.
Right.
Yeah.
And even then,
but it
I
begs,
don't even know if it's sincere then.
But
Right.
it begs the question. Yeah, true. But that'll be a step in the right direction. But it begs the question, and I saw some of the ESPN people talking about this. Why did Roger Goodell act so fast in this instance? Is it because all the NFL players got together and
Absolutely.
did a video?
Absolutely.
Absolutely
that was
not.
No?
Absolutely not.
What do you think? Why do you think he released this video?
Pat Mahomes.
What about Pat Mahomes?
He's the future
That's
of
it.
the future of the NFL, and he's black.
That's my answer.
And it's
Wasn't he
standing
a part of the videos that went out?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was. I think that with all the stars in that video, Saquon Barkley, Michael Thomas, a lot of stars in there. The only reason that he had to act this fast with this stance is because of Patrick Mahomes. That's my opinion. See, we came in here last year and talked about the black quarterback phenomenon, but we didn't really talk about it.
Right.
We just said, hey, it's awesome that there's a bunch of black quarterbacks. But
And
why?
it is.
But why is it awesome? It's not awesome because we get to see black people throw a ball and cheer from them when they hit a touchdown, and black people are good, and white people had no idea, and the prototypical version of what they told us a good quarterback was has changed. Pocket passer. Fam, who gives a fuck?
It's the most powerful position on the field.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So
And
when
it's
you
typically
so when you
been
have
reserved for the white superhero.
so when you have 22-year-old black quarterbacks, when I say Pat Mahomes, he's your issue for the next 10 to 15 years. This is not like
He appears
this
to be
ain't
the future of
Brady.
the NFL.
This ain't somebody on their way out where you don't have to give a fuck about him. This is your reigning MVP, 2-time MVP, Super Bowl
I think
MVP,
one time.
Yeah.
And,
MVP and Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
This is your black quarterback on the winningest team that demands the ratings that garner your fucking advertising deals out there. If that man decides to sit down or kneel or say that we disagree, the NFL has a huge problem on their hands. He had to act quickly. This is not Kaepernick. And that's what I'm saying all around the board. Maybe last year, all these things remain true about Patrick Mahomes. But maybe last year, Patrick Mahomes' brain wasn't even in the place to say, this is how powerful I am, and let me assert that and be willful.
I think it was
Today, that's happening. And it's not just going to be Patrick Mahomes, Mikey Williams.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to. I think that video, collectively, I think Roger Goodell saw what could come from that. I think he saw how that could turn into the entire league of African Americans coming together and saying, you know what? Let's sit out.
Well, let me ask you, I do think that there will be kneeling in the upcoming season.
Absolutely.
Sure.
One
I
million.
hope so.
Definitely will be.
And a lot of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
I'm going to read this article that a gentleman by the name...
I think Roger Goodell is going to kneel this season.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Talking about the window dressing thing, I think that will happen.
In the garb.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm going to read this article or pieces of this article from Music Business, musicbusinessworldwide.com. Gentleman by the name of Ron Sweeney wrote this article, and he was addressing the current stance of the music industry of everybody putting out these statements to say, I stand with niggas, but they don't really be standing with niggas.
Okay.
Like you have not restructured the business.
Right.
You have not restructured the royalties. You have not given black executives the power to green light anything. You're tokenizing black people and having them report to white people in black culture. But I'll just read some of this. He says, I'm happy that Universal, Warner, and Sony Music want to donate money to support the Black Lives Matter movement. But what the movement needs is meaningful change, not window dressing. Address the elephant in the room. Why is it that black music generates millions and millions of dollars a year, and yet none of the companies have a meaningful number of employees of color, let alone in the executive suite? See, now he's trying to have some real talk.
Right.
The few employees there work only black music. Minority employees are virtually non-existent in many other areas of the company. With few exceptions, minorities lack authority to make decisions and have to say, "Mother, may I," to get something done. Yes, you have a few exceptions. Every year, black music generates hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars a year. Black music has been responsible for and the driving force of increasing the value of these companies in the financial markets.
It's billions. Let me clarify that.
Yeah.
too.
The record business has been making money off of black people since they first called our music race records. I can recall an executive at Sony Music, blah, blah, blah. We don't have to get into all that. But he goes into his plan of how we can start to see effective change from some of the record companies. He says, if the music companies are serious about making changes, address the elephant in the room. Number one, Sony, Warner, and Universal. Create new companies to be headed by minorities. Give them their own budgets and let them run the companies like you currently do with other executives. Empower them. Trust them. People need jobs, not just donations. Boy, does that sound eerily familiar. I won't say where it's familiar from. 2, Create an executive training program where you can actually teach a number of minorities each year the worldwide record business, make it a 3-year program and rotate them through the various departments so one day they will have the experience and expertise to run a major record company.
Love that.
3, hire minorities and give them the opportunity to do their jobs, i.e. give them budget and authority to make decisions, as opposed to having to wait on someone to decide who often does not even understand the music or the culture.
Mm-hmm. Can we get rid of the word minorities? I would like to see that go. Because why is it considered minorities when like all I see is politicians catering and pandering to our vote? So if anything, that would say like we're a majority.
Yeah, the definition of minority and how it's used in America is a bit off.
Yeah, like I would like to see us lose that word because y'all cater to us too much.
I do think that white people are the minority. Y'all don't fuck as much as us. We have more babies. Y'all have to be the minority by now. Look that up.
If they add up,
they're not. It's 60% white still. This country.
How many?
Yeah,
60.
They were
still
actually
got us.
suggesting the more Latin population in the next however many years will end up making white people the minority because they categorize anyone that's not white as a minority in America. That's why Maul is correct. The word minority in America is used a bit incorrectly.
Yeah, I would like to see that word go. We can't be minority and you want our vote, like, and you want our money, and you want that. Sounds like we're very important. We're the majority.
4, I don't know if that's what majority means, but I'm rolling with you anyway. 4, go into the black colleges and adequately fund and sponsor music industry business programs. Create a talent pool in which to draw upon. Lynn Blavitnik. I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name, but that's the Warner guy that's worth all the money. You are arguably the smartest and most generous philanthropist in the record business, and you own the Warner Music Group. Vincent Belor. Again, I hope I'm not mispronouncing these names. These are ghosts.
Yeah, you won't hear
You
from
are
them.
a major philanthropist as well and control the Universal Music Group. Universal has recently been valued at over $30 billion in part because of the success of black music and, of course, your deal-making abilities. Gentlemen, please give serious thought as you are giving away money to contributing in a meaningful way to help to financially stabilize all of the historically black colleges and universities, large and small. Yada, yada, yada. He continues, but you get where he's going here. Mm-hmm. This is an effective plan. These are his proposed policies. I totally agree with it. But I think that's part of the big issue that we're having right now, and I do want to talk about it for a second. This is not a trendy moment. I know it appears to be a trendy moment, but this is not a trendy moment. Unfortunately, this is what some of your black employees have to live with day in and day out. And some of you companies that's just putting out these fucking blank publicist, bland, dry, whitewash statements. When you do that, it comes off tone deaf. And some of the statements that you're giving come off tone deaf to being tone deaf.
Right.
And it comes off that you're just trying to save face for the moment that's going on.
Yeah. And even some of the donation stuff.
Let me say something because I feel pressured to do so. And that was kind of what we had talked about last episode, the episode before that, about that music industry blackout Tuesday day. We're going to take the day off to reflect. What you just read is what they should come back with. Like if you're going to take this, if you're just going to take the day off and say we're going to come back and we're just going to think about things how we can help. No, you're just taking the day off to save face. What you just read is actual action that could be put place in the system.
Actionable items that impact change.
Yeah.
Moving forward. Don't tell me that you give a fuck about your black creators and you will not restructure your business so that it exemplifies that. Right. Like I don't care about your Instagram post in this matter. I don't care about your tweet. I don't care about the email that went out. It's nasty. Change some shit if we're really going to change some shit. And unfortunately, some of the companies that's just taking advantage of a moment don't really get the plight. Like I said last week with Drew Brees, and a lot of y'all killed me. Y'all thought I was giving him a pass. I was not. But you have to understand when you're dealing with white people that just don't know shit. Mm-hmm. It's not to attack them. for not knowing shit.
Right.
It's to explain to them that you don't know shit. And that some of us black people that work at your company, we're not here to be tokenized.
Right.
And if we are, that's going to be on our merit. And that's going to be our choice. It certainly is not going to be because of y'all. Like we've said these last few weeks, some of y'all want to show y'all support. Show me your board of executives and how many black people are in this company and how many black people have had the chance to advance in this company. Mm. Don't tell me you give a fuck about black people or, let me not say, I got an issue with that word, black, now. But don't tell me that you all for our people, but you're going to stick to some of the same business practices that have robbed us, that has built your entire fucking platform, and just ignore us. No. Sorry. Y'all gonna let me rant? I can keep going.
No, keep going.
No, keep going. Or make money off that culture to begin with. That's the biggest part to me. If you have all white execs and you're selling to black people and you're selling black music, tell me how that makes sense.
Fam, don't put out your little fucking Instagrams and tweets about how you in support of black people and you are standing with Trump and you've been sending money to support Trump financially and have it's oxymoronic. Mm. You can't do it. Don't tell me that you support black people, but there's none of them there. Don't tell me you support black people, but black people can't get a vacation if they ask for one. If your fucking top level performer is black and he asks you for a vacation, pardon me, it's a mental health break.
Right.
White people, some of y'all might not understand what a mental health break is because you're not going through and enduring some of the same things these black people are. It's important for me to know. If you want to show your appreciation, you do it by the advancement of black people, especially in your company. And unfortunately, in a lot of this shit going on, that's difficult to see. But what we are seeing now is this, and we're going to get to Billy Porter. Billy Porter, who I love. Billy Porter, who I love, and I have sung his praises here forever, has come out with a speech toward black people about their hate for the LGBTQ community. Mm-hmm. He says that y'all can't, he's saying the same thing I'm saying to white people. Mm-hmm. He's saying you can't run around and say all this shit about you against racism and you against fascism and you against whatever the fuck you against. And he's right in that. He's right in that point. But guess what? Not now. Sorry, I know I'm not part of that community, so they kill you for saying something when you're not part of that community, but there's a lot of people personalizing what's happening in the world. Mm-hmm. Billy Porter's absolutely right about the treatment of the LGBTQ community.
Correct.
Mm.
I saw some other young lady tweet about how, it was some colorism tweets. Hey, don't talk about how you against racism and all this shit, and you look down on darker skinned people. You promote the light skin versus dark skin.
Yeah,
thing.
But you're right. We can get
That's
to that.
That's true too.
But we can get to that.
There's like a large community of people out there that are just personalizing this mainstream issue and somehow making it about you.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right about the trans. Yes, you're right about colorism existing between lighter and lighter and dark skinned people.
That's a fact.
Right this second, we're coming together.
Right.
Yeah.
Right this second, our focus should not be each other. And there's plenty of wrong there for us to get to.
Yeah.
I'm not absolving that. Please don't mistake my words. I'm saying that this current fight is against systemic oppression and racism.
Right.
That is what this is about. This is about a cop being able to kill a black man and go home to his family. If they find a black nigga that did it, they're throwing him in the cell for life.
Right. As they should.
Yeah, 100%. But that just should be the case. There's a lot of personalizing of these things going on, and just now is not the right time. And if it is, then please let me jump in with some shit that's personal to me, which is let's get racism out of advertising.
Yeah, that's a whole nother issue.
Nother issue. It's the issue.
Yeah. I mean,
it's another way for them to keep intact some of the bullshit that exists.
But that's like you said.
We don't
the
need
workplace.
white people
Right.
to be the gateway to a fucking advertiser.
I agree.
But we do because of how white people and advertisers view black people. I don't
workplace.
listen. This is not a Joe word. There's a lot of podcasters out there that know what the fuck I'm talking about. Know how? Because you can't get an ad dollar on your own. You can't source it. Call Cadillac. Call Target. If I'm off, stop me.
No, go
Call
ahead.
somebody. It's plenty of you. Say, Vaughn, you do a podcast.
But that goes back to what you said, the workplace. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot that has to
that's
change.
hiring advertising companies, which, again, if we look through their executive board, is a majority white.
Listen,
You know what?
unfortunately, I've had this conversation a few times. Once at the end of my complex contract, I've talked about it here before, where I heard some shit that was like, disheartening.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, damn, like that? Then you view it like that still? Like, how can I can't come to work? Like, if you're viewing me that way, I can't come here and bring you business. And you may not know it, but my business is keeping the lights on here. I can't do it. I'll tell a quick story about exactly what I'm talking about while omitting the names. In the great words of Pusha T, if you know, you know. There was a black executive that worked at Company A for 20 years, right? And went to the white boss and said, hey, I would like to be president of A&R. Know what the white boss said? New on the job. Know what he said? You guessed it. You're not qualified for that. Know what the black dude said? This is a real story. Well, if I'm not qualified for this job, because I've been here 20 years through every artist in the world that's gone through this building, my name, this label, my name bleeds this label. If I'm not qualified, who here is?
Right.
Let me stop you there. That's a card that black people don't even get to pull. So we already in unique circumstances. Hey, if I'm not qualified, who is? Who are you going to get to do this job if not me? Know what he said? Know what the white dude said? You guessed it. Me. I'm going to do it. And that's what I'm talking about. It don't matter how fucking qualified you are,
You're still not qualified.
you're going to get treated a certain way. I got a lot to say about this topic that I just say behind the scenes.
Yeah. But you know what's interesting too, Joe? I've been finding myself looking at a lot of old Dame interviews. And, you know, a lot of the reasons why he was ousted and, you know, the industry kind of turned their back on him is because all of this that we talking about now and that is going on now is shit he was preaching 15, 16, 17 years ago. And his fight, you know, with people trying to come in and work with Rockefeller and do business with them, and he was saying like, yo, y'all not from my culture. How y'all trying to tell me how to operate my company that represents our culture? So a lot of these interviews that I'm going back and looking, you know, that Dame has done over the years, you know, people call Dame a whole bunch of shit. Crazy, he's bitter, he's, you know, angry, he's all of these things, but
We never said he wasn't bright.
Right.
and you can't, but you can't.
never said that.
Or
You-
correct.
Right.
We
you
never
can't-
said that.
But that's
We
the
just said
thing.
Dame is nuts.
It's but is he nuts though?
Dame is nuts.
But why?
Maybe not for that, but Dame is nuts.
But he's nuts because he knows the
he's
system.
He's nuts for why I'm nuts. For my brash delivery.
Exactly my point. So
yeah.
it's this is a thing where it's like today I'm glad that these conversations are happening and things are moving and things are, you know, because it starts with conversations. We got to have these conversations, however awkward and uncomfortable they may be. We have to go in these workplaces and these conversations have to be had. We can no longer put this on hold. This has to happen. Change has to happen.
White people, there's nothing wrong with shutting the fuck up sometimes. And that's not specific to white people. I'm only telling y'all this in this moment. Like, we don't always have to know the right thing to say. I get it that the bottom line of your business is affected if the black side of it is not addressed, because they're related. But you just don't always have to run out and just say some fly shit. Hey, a lot of white podcasters have gotten this wrong. I've listened. I heard it with my own 2 ears. A lot of you white dudes got on your platform and killed the looters. Shut the fuck up. It's okay to not know. Damn, I forgot what Don LaGreca said. I was listening on the radio. He fucking peeved me off, too. But everybody's been pissing me off. Just with people that don't get it, don't quite understand, don't know what side to fall on. All we know is that, hey, gotta say this, gotta get this statement out there, and it don't matter what applies to that. I challenge the music business to restructure. I challenge the streaming companies to restructure. I challenge the black people to challenge where the fuck you work. To restructure. Because guess what? We ain't feeling the greatest right now. I ain't.
Right.
That makes you feel better?
Yes.
It's a good beat.
Yeah, me too.
It's the best beat ever. Doom, da doom, da doom, doom, doom.
Get some bars off.
Yo. Yeah.
That's what you
Never
know
the best. Hey.
Whenever you're at the yo, something's coming.
Yo, I asked y'all to write some bars so we could share them. And y'all refused to do it. Y'all don't
No, we
listen
didn't
to me.
refuse to do that. We said we'd do that.
Y'all don't listen to me, honestly, and I be trying to get it done. Y'all ain't wrote no bars. It's been a year.
But let's do it.
Oh, we all got to write over the same beat?
Yeah.
What beat?
Yo, this beat. Any beat. Hey. Any beat you want. When more come through. Give me the time, 1 or 2.
Yeah, I know.
It's anything, what you want to do. Give me that bra, undo. It's Molly.
That was all 3 of his DMs.
I'm talking to all of y'all. Few of you bitches should thank me. Air Force One's the new Yankee. Brand new sweats, whatever you want to do, I got it, and it's a bet mall. Yeah, the Bronx finest. You know where the wine is.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna round find this where the wine is.
But she do. But she do come to your crib. You know it. Go get it yourself. Girl, you been here 9 times.
In the wine cellar.
Come on.
Yeah, we're not doing that. You know where the wine is.
It's in the wine cellar.
You know where the wine
Maul
is.
has a wine cellar on the 5th floor.
You know
Mo,
where
why
the
you interrupt
wine
my
is.
verse?
You know where the wine
Why
is.
you interrupt my verse though? Come on,
It wasn't
get
even the
with
rhyme.
me.
It was how
Got the
he said.
raws, new sticky. This ain't mid. Come on, Mo, jump in.
Got the Raw's new sticky.
New sticky.
Joe, you a fucking idiot.
Why you won't rap with me on a Griselda song?
No,
All right, forget it then. I'll cut this off. Fine. All right, on to more important things since Mo don't want to rap with me.
Yeah, this is very important.
Bruce Lee.
Yes, let's do it.
I'm mad at Mr. Doc.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I have to watch
Somehow you guys have like a top performing podcast without knowing anything.
Yeah.
No,
Every week you missed it, or didn't see it, didn't listen to it,
Well,
didn't
a
know.
lot of people-
That happened. Wow.
I be knowing shit. I just this
Can't
A lot of
kill
people
a lot of
didn't know
shit.
that this.
Business.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know this was coming on. They didn't. They forgot.
Oh, really? They only did an 8-week rollout on the promo.
I haven't watched
They only
ESPN.
promoted it since episode 4 of the Jordan doc that we talked about for 3 years.
Oh no, I was hyped about it. I just didn't have a date.
Yeah, why
Bruce
didn't you in the group chat
Lee's
and remind
30,
us?
because I don't talk to you niggas, and I'm not friends with you niggas, goddammit. Bruce Lee, 30 for 30. They were promoting this Be Water.
Yes, that is a direct quote.
Yes.
Now, when I hear dude tell me to be water,
He could fight.
Fam, I gotta try to be water, fam.
That's it.
I gotta take that advice. Now, I've been waiting. I've been anxiously waiting for a track to explode. I've been anxiously waiting
for a track to explode on.
for this documentary to be released, like a track to explode on. Why y'all let 50 say
What?
that?
50 really got that off.
Y'all
And
let
no
him
one
say
said
that.
a thing.
No, we bumped it.
No, it was great.
Turn that
I've
shit
been
up.
patiently waiting for a
Turn that-
track to
turn that
explode
shit up.
on.
Yeah.
What's the next line?
What did he rhyme that
Something
with?
that ain't it.
If you, yeah, there you go.
Nah, he killed that.
Your M come in on that? What M say? Oh, God. I didn't mean to do this. This sounds like some Bruce Lee fake karate music. It sounds like a fake nigga that could fight. Yo, in every song, 50 is telling you what happens if you stunt.
Yeah.
It worked.
Patiently waiting, you get on a track and debate. I get on the track and debating. I got the method degrading.
Is that M's verse?
Nah, you bugging.
That was Joe's verse.
Em killed that though.
That's what he said.
No, he didn't say that.
I've been patiently waiting, get on a track and debating while you've been exaggerating.
Debating and exaggerating is nasty in the same ball.
Yo, Bruce Lee, Sunday night, 30 for 30. Be water. I watched it.
Were you water?
No.
That's why you didn't like it.
Did you drink?
I watched this bullshit.
Joe don't drink water.
I watched
He can't be water.
this
He can't be water.
bullshit.
His
Is
body's-
what I said.
His body's 90% Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys, you guys out there listening, the story of Bruce Lee that I was told growing up.
Oh, yeah, yes, I love this one. Go ahead. Tell the story of Bruce Lee that you heard growing up. Tell it. Tell it. Let's hear it.
Tell about your childhood
now
Bruce Lee
I'm
experience.
giving you my sassy sit.
Yeah. Yeah, don't sit sassy while I'm in the room, my nigga. Don't do that.
That's the sit. I don't care what he's saying. Get the fuck out of here. Let me tell y'all the story of Bruce Lee that I was told growing up, if you're listening out there. Shout out to everyone listening with their girlfriends that don't even know who Bruce Lee is, but hey. Hey, you guys.
Or you.
Clearly.
Yeah.
My older brother, 5 years older than me, Varon.
Why you say his name like that?
Varon.
It's my nigga.
Varon was really into all of this stuff. This is before Wu-Tang.
Mm-hmm.
He was into all of the Chinese flicks.
Me too.
So he would
That was my
he
shit.
would buy Chinese stars from around the corner from Grandma's house, 135th and Madison, somewhere around there. They shouldn't even been selling them shits. And he
Where
would-
they sell Chinese stars.
Mad Chinese stars. They had a plethora of them,
You
too.
could probably still get 'em
Big
over there.
ones, little ones.
Yeah.
And he would buy like 90 of them and throw them at me.
Yeah.
Because he
Naturally.
thought he was Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
That's what little brothers are for.
Yep.
To
To
take
get
Chinese
shit
stars.
thrown at them.
Target practice.
Now, listening to Varon, I thought the story of Bruce Lee was he was born
As water.
at 2. He fought the army of Hong Kong, 1.
He was just an actor.
He killed Hitler.
Oh, we all knew that.
He fought the fucking war in Taiwan.
Everyone knows the Taiwan War.
Anytime they told me Bruce Lee fought, it was he fought 1,000 people and won.
You ever seen Enter the Dragon?
Well, at such a young age, they would show me these clips of him fighting thousands of people and winning. Know what I would say? Oh, wow. He's the man.
You thought it was real footage. Like this was just they were documenting
So I'm
real
here
fights.
today.
Bruce Lee was the original world star.
To ask Maul, who is from the Bronx, and Rory and Parks, 2 white people that were there for the beginning of anything that begun.
Okay. So we
That's
have
not
the
historically
we
correct.
have
That is the story of white
we
people.
have we have the Bronx
Wait,
and then
white
we have the
people wasn't
beginning.
there for the start of everything?
That's what they
I
say.
told you the story about the Henry Hudson, the highway, Christopher Columbus, all y'all.
That's true.
Y'all
what
was
they said.
there from the beginning. That's what they tell us in school.
Okay.
Bruce Lee, they show me this doc, and at 39, they show me that he was a childhood actor. Why didn't Varon tell me that when he was abusing me as a child?
You
Things
mean
went different.
Hey, so Bruce Lee had stage parents? What do they call them? When your parent puts you in some...
managers?
When your parent puts you in some shit that you ain't had no business being in. Bruce Lee was in movies since 9, 10, 11 as a childhood actor fighting people.
And he was ill.
Well, Joe, I have
And
to.
then that career continued till he was an old fuck.
He wasn't there.
You telling me that Bruce Lee never fought anybody?
I have to ask you this, Joe. When Varon was showing you a movie, it didn't cross your mind that
Y'all
maybe he was an
are
actor.
telling, fam, you said Christopher Columbus found this place.
That is true.
This place.
You said that to me.
1492.
So I don't believe nothing that you got to say.
On the Mayflower.
Bruce Lee, I thought, was really getting busy. They told me Chuck Norris couldn't fuck with him. Bruce Lee is fucking Chinese Steven Seagal.
No, I can't let you do that. That's blasphemy. That's blasphemy.
Steven Seagal is a real
Bruce
piece of
Lee
shit,
is
so I can't-
Van Damme.
That's blasphemy.
Vin Diesel.
Diesel.
First of all those Fast and the Furious
He's
stunts are real.
Chinese Rock. He is. The nigga did a bunch of movies.
Is he Chinese terrorist?
So
All right, cut. Now get out of here. And we're bigging him up. Yes, granted, he opened a bunch of schools and started teaching Wei Chong, and nobody
Wei
gave a
Chong.
fuck about Wei Chong. So at the time, he was like a trendsetter for Wei Chong, and he opened up the schools, and he fought Chuck Norris. Fam, I don't give a fuck that Bruce Lee fought Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. If y'all don't get this, hey, race relations, y'all go look at it. Look at
I will.
4'9" Bruce Lee fight Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, beg him to leave the Laker game to come to fucking Hong Kong so he could beat him up, and we would not be cherishing Bruce fucking Lee like that. Now, that's my immature take.
Joe also thinks wrestling is real.
I just don't understand why we were bigging up Bruce Lee like he could fight.
Because he was ill.
he could fight you.
How do
He
you know?
could
He never
definitely
fought
fight.
anybody.
How do you know?
He had a whole doc where he didn't fight a fucking soul. He taught an 11-year-old how to throw a punch. I do that with my kid.
Yeah, but I think you're missing it. The thing
Well,
about
give it to me, because I seen it.
thing
He
about-
beat up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
those was one of his
I got
students.
it. He
One of his
beat up
students.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
He beat up the Enter the Dragon menacing warriors, Chinese warriors.
Well, you would never see him. Nobody
Man,
would fight
get Bruce
I
Lee
don't
the
think nobody
fuck. That nigga's
would
Elvis.
take that fight. Nobody would.
That
take
nigga's
fight.
Elvis. What Elvis did?
Stole
It's a difference.
music.
It's a difference. Bruce was his
They
teachings.
want to tell me, at least Bruce was taught by T. Chong Wei. Fam, what?
Yeah, man.
I don't give a
That's-
fuck who taught Bruce Lee some shit. Who did Bruce Lee beat up?
He just killed a brick.
At least Van Damme beat somebody up at the end of the movie when he was blind and couldn't see.
Joe loved that.
You
movie.
love Bloodsport?
Joe loved Bloodsport. Joe tried to do that dumb shit. Walk around.
Yo,
like he was blind.
listen, this is my take. I'm bullshitting around right now. I know the greatness of Bruce Lee. I understand.
No,
I got
we
all
know.
that. But what
Let's
I'm
get to the real shit.
But what I'm saying,
Who's winning a fight? You
me,
or Bruce Lee?
me,
Oh yeah, right.
me,
You're right.
me,
Joe.
me,
You're right.
Bruce would
me,
You're
kicked
right.
your head.
and me.
He would have kicked your head
And
clean
me.
off your shoulders. Your head would have been rolling up the street somewhere under a parked car.
I don't know. Bruce is pretty
Come
low.
on, fam. For I will not
that
lose
mean?
for even in defeat. There's a valuable lesson learned, so it evens
We
the
not-
turn. It evens it up for me.
We're not doing that.
I like that bar.
We're not doing that.
How come Small don't let me get none of my J shit
No, but
off.
we're not doing that. But don't do that.
I will not lose for even in defeat, Maul.
Oh, we're not doing that.
There's a valuable
I know,
lesson.
I heard you the
I
first
learned
time.
something
I
when
know,
he beat me.
I know. I
So
heard
it
you.
evens it up.
Yeah, I know.
Listen,
You're not fighting Bruce.
I'm not fighting anybody, but Bruce Lee. Hey, listen, if you want to fall asleep, put on the Bruce doc to see his acting career for 30 years. The whole night I'm sitting there waiting for him to fight somebody. Man, pull up Lance Armstrong. I might as well watch that.
You are disrespectful.
I'm
man.
just telling you what I thought about Bruce
Nah,
Lee.
Bruce
and
is
his outfits.
he's a legend, man.
He's Elvis.
his teachings-
Elvis a legend. So
Yeah.
Vin Diesel's a legend.
It is interesting
Yeah.
that it was
Chuck Norris a
ESPN.
legend.
It's more of a Hollywood story than a.
No, but the way that they tried to pitch it to even make sense being on ESPN was that Bruce Lee looked up to Muhammad Ali and everything that Ali was fighting in boxing and the social whatever Bruce Lee was doing, but from China. And it was horrible because his dad sent him back to China with $10 and told him to make something of himself. So he opened school. Man, listen. Who did he beat up?
Look at your
He
priorities.
would have beat up anybody he fought.
Got it. Joe
You're not
Rogan.
gonna fight.
Joe
You're not gonna
Rogan
fight.
had kicked this nigga's head off his
Hell
fucking shoulders.
Crazy as fuck.
Hey, good old Notre Dame will kick Bruce Lee's head off his. I gotta
Hell
say that
no.
now. I'm done calling Rogan because I talk about him too much now. He's Notre Dame
Yeah. No.
in our
He don't
basketball
want that fight.
theories.
Okay.
He don't want that fight. Bruce
Hey,
is the
go
man,
watch.
bro.
Yeah, whatever. It's cool. Go watch.
The
Bruce.
documentary
Hey,
was a little
listen,
lackluster,
fan- no, because he ain't fighting nobody. Look at this nigga jumping up and down.
Well, they showed they
Hey, we
highlighted
can go
his acting
outside.
career.
Erickson can take me jumping up and down right now.
Yeah, but
So you don't think Bruce Lee had any karate ability at all?
I think that Bruce Lee was a childhood actor and was an actor.
Made great movies.
so
All right.
if you feel like
I'll watch it. I'm quiet because I didn't see it.
If you feel that way about Bruce, then yeah, okay, I can understand. Then there's a few rappers you got to feel that way about too, though.
Well, I don't even listen to who raps.
Okay.
Who raps?
Nobody.
I don't.
Trippy
Nobody.
Red.
I don't rap. But I mean, we're gonna get into it. I give Rory a verse. Come on.
I don't want
I'll
to.
give Rory a verse. He didn't ask for a verse.
I'm versed now.
He's all versed out.
Anytime y'all say I'm a rapper, Jew it. Let's go. It's Rory, so he
Shout
gonna
out to
let.
Jew It.
It's Rory, so he gonna let the beat rock for a little. He ain't even
Of
gonna
course,
talk.
yeah, no. You gotta let the beat breathe.
Look, bring it back. No, the beat's still rocking. Come on, it's Rory.
Let it breathe.
Jersey City Rory. It's funny, y'all don't even know the story. You rap niggas bore me. Come on, Rory, jump in.
No, it was your verse.
All right, what you want to rhyme about? I'll do it.
I don't want to rhyme about
Let's rhyme
anything.
about you getting kicked off the track team. Yo.
You've given this verse before.
Oh.
That's already a classic verse.
All right, well, give me something else.
I'm not gonna
Come on, give me.
re-rap about
Yo,
it.
y'all won't even give me a topic to write y'all verse in. Y'all don't see how sick that is. Y'all Bruce Lee.
That's true.
The Bridges.
Ooh, you do a rap about marriage, about loving Sam.
Sure.
Yo, I love Sam. You other girls, I don't give a damn.
Who's buying that record?
Nobody will ever play that. Nobody will ever play that verse. That verse will never get spun. You don't want to hear that shit.
Nah, Chance might like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yo, stop talking about Chance, man.
You talk about Chance. I said his album was good.
Come on, let's get serious. Let's talk about Maul's love interest.
Oh my god.
And all the trouble she's causing. This is the best beat in the world. D'Angelo ain't even saying shit. He just letting the beat rock.
Mad ad-libs.
Yo, but that's the other thing that I think I forgot about D'Angelo. I forgot all his songs were 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's his shit.
That is the greatest shit in the world. Where you just let the 7-minute song, hey, don't.
It's very jazzy.
This is great. All right, Maul, come on, let's do it. B. Simone won't date anyone but you.
Me.
That's what she said. That's what she said in the clip.
Oh my god. Oh
Sorry.
my god. Look at me.
No, she just cried.
Why me?
I'm talking to you. Me.
Why me?
Well, she was interviewing with her boss, Nick Cannon, which was also ironic during this entire thing.
I didn't know that Nick Cannon was her boss.
That's what the internet told me.
Nick Cannon got a few months of being every chick's boss, like Amber.
That's
B.
been his
Simone.
shit, though.
We gotta get into Nick one of these
Well,
days.
yeah, they all on a Wild and Out, so it makes sense.
Well, we need to get into his fucking auditioning process for that too. I ain't seen an ugly girl audition yet.
No, they probably auditioned. They ain't get the job. They showed up to the audition.
I don't think they did. I don't think they did at all.
Gotta love Nick Cannon.
That nigga recast them Wild and Out girls every month, boy.
I ain't
If
mad
I
at
had a
you.
nickel for every girl that came to
I
me
had a nickel.
and said, "Hey, got Wild and Out next month," like they be dropping that shit. Like, all right, bitch, hit me when you get back from Atlanta. So, oh, they not in New York no more. All right, hit me.
Yeah,
Oh man,
Yeah, Nick is filming in Turks this weekend. Like,
It's
I bet he
lit.
is.
it's lit.
I'm doing a lot of talking shit for somebody who went and did Wild and Out and had his nose open.
He had his nose open.
What did you do with your nose at Wild 'N Out?
Sniff something out.
You know what I mean? Joe had an awkward
You
moment.
found something?
I left with something.
There's some options
I
there.
left with something when I wasn't in my peak. Let me
like
say
it.
that. Most of the girls I've talked to, I wasn't in my peak.
You can't talk about your peak though.
How come y'all won't talk about y'all on y'all platform?
Our peaks?
Y'all just talk
You want to talk about our peaks?
I want y'all to talk about anything.
Well, we
anything
talking about
personal
this.
to y'all.
This is what y'all brought up. Y'all want to talk about this? Talk about
Mall, Atlanta Bay, B. Simone, hot water,
not
found
Atlanta.
herself in.
not Atlanta.
Couple problems, your issue. Console her. How do you fix it?
Well, what happened? What did she say?
B. Simone said, I'm rich and y'all niggas is not, so why would I talk to y'all? Excuse me.
I believe Nick asked her type, and then she described you and said she's only dating you.
Me.
Check.
Why not? You don't want to have an honest job?
I mean, he can be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status? Okay, he can't.
So
he can't clock in and clock out. Damn, big
Oh,
boy.
really not.
Okay, but still, there's people who have really good jobs with vocational skills. If he's a mechanic,
Sure, but no, you're not going to understand my lifestyle. You're not going to understand why I'm up at 3 a.m. And you,
okay, all right.
you know, he has to be an entrepreneur.
A business owner. He be getting one of them stimulus packages from Donald Trump. One of the small business.
Mall again.
He ain't buying jewelry with it.
We're moving into that direction.
All right,
Sir, he can't have a
Hey.
50 feet.
When I'm all alone, I'll be on that phone. Could be with Karen or be Simone.
See what I'm saying? Here you go.
How
Man.
come when I rap for y'all, I forget it?
So that was it. That's what the internet is. Isn't that
Ablaze about.
Isn't that how most of these women feel now, though?
I think so.
And maybe they don't say CEO, but they don't want a guy with a 9 to 5.
Well, she does know that CEOs do clock in and clock out and have a 9 to 5 and have been up at 3 o'clock in the morning before.
True.
At some point, I don't think CEOs clock in though.
Come on, man. Where will you get such tantalizing takes?
Tantalizing.
That was tantalizing.
Rory unpacked that pretty quick.
Wow,
Yeah,
man.
but that's what is the
Wow.
internet an uproar about? Though?
Using your platform.
Like women have felt like that for a long time.
You know the internet loves to police preferences.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe not CEOs, but they definitely don't want a 9 to 5, a dude that only makes 80. They was just something on the internet the other day. They was like, yo, would y'all date a guy that makes $900 a week? And women was like, hell no.
I was like, nah. I dating no nigga that make 900.
No, you wouldn't do that.
I mean, so
I know your
that's
type
been the
would do
mindset though. Like women want guys that are well off. That's not.
She
a
was
secret.
suggesting that a 9 to 5 guy would not understand her lifestyle because she herself is an entrepreneur.
There
and
we go.
And a 9 to
There we
5
go.
man would not understand how she operates in her
Yes.
business world.
Let's stop
So what's the
joking.
negative?
Hold up. Let's stop joking around. Let's really explore that point
Yeah.
for a second because that is where the crux of this argument
That's what it really
lie.
is. We can make jokes, but
Her as an entrepreneur saying, I only want to date an entrepreneur because I don't feel like a 9 to 5 person understands my lifestyle.
Right.
They don't understand. And I've heard this echoed from not just her, but plenty of people
no, it's been a thing.
with this lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand that if I'm up sending a text at 3 a.m., that it's not, yo, who the fuck you texting at 3 a.m.?
Mm-hmm.
No, fam, I'm up working
Right.
right now. While you are asleep preparing for your 9 to 5, mine's is 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
So I might have to run somewhere at the drop of a dime with somebody that you and I
Might have
haven't
to
discussed.
catch a flight tomorrow.
Might have
drop
to
of
catch a
dime.
flight. Might have to, there's
Yeah.
all types of shit that goes along with that. Now, why she's getting killed is because it's an assumption to say that anyone who works a 9 to 5
Yeah.
does not understand someone of the entrepreneurial lifestyle.
True. That
And
is
even
an
if they don't
assumption.
understand, it doesn't mean that they're going to be a bad partner.
Right.
And that's where she's getting killed at.
Okay, I can see that.
I'm not certain about B. Simone's history, but they say that she has in the past had a 9 to 5.
I think everybody on the planet has had some type of 9 to 5 at some point.
I never had a 9 to 5.
Yes, you
Yeah, you
did.
did
What you talking about?
the Wiz.
That was 6 to 2.
What? That's the 8 hour.
yeah, it's
8
the
hour
same.
workday.
It's the same.
Same.
It's
same.
never. Hey, let me point out. Shout out to the 6 to 2 people and the 7 to 3 people. That is a big difference from 9 to 5. 6 to 2 and 7 to 3. If you get to pick those shifts and you can be home by 4.
Joe, it's an expression of someone that has set in hours for work.
Yeah.
Because 9 to 5 is not even really a real structure of
Yeah.
hours at this point in the world, anyways.
It just
Okay,
means
fine.
a work shift.
Yeah, it's people that have I have to be here.
regular
I don't
job.
think
I have
that's
to be here
fair
at
to
that
throw
time.
that on the 6 to 2 nigga. If I get up at 6 and you in bed and I get home at 2 and my whole day is there, I don't think that's fair. Like, I'm out here.
Yeah.
I got rapper hours, basically, if I work the 6 to 2.
6 a.m. to 2?
Yeah, but anyway, you're right. I get your point.
No,
it's all 9 to 5. I
just-
understand
yeah,
that.
That's what it is. Someone that has hours they have to go to.
So they're killing her for her lack of humility, her lack of identifying, and more so comparing rather than understanding. And so she's getting killed for that.
Question: what is wrong with
Preferences?
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay.
You can't prefer things. Maul, you can't do that. See,
Right.
Maul can't do that as the guy that has spent 10 years bashing women for some of their
I have
preferences.
never bashed women.
You've judged women for some of their preferences. You
No,
have.
I just said
It's documented.
No.
It's on video.
No. But
And album.
No. But what I'm saying
It's
is
everywhere.
you
All
can't-
DSPs.
No, the problem was women act like they don't do that, like they not living that lifestyle of escorting or selling sex. That was the issue.
Shout out to our corporate audience, our corporate female
Yeah.
audience. We're
And
And
not-
the sex workers.
not
They're
talking to
aware.
you
Yeah,
guys.
shout out- that's all.
Sometimes for the sex workers right
Yeah,
now.
that's all it was.
Is
like,
it?
I think so.
Own it.
I don't
Just
think
own
so.
it. That was my beef. Just own it. Just own it. You do what you do. Own it. But don't act like you don't. That was the only issue. I wasn't bashing women. But yeah, I mean,
Well, what's your take on this B. Simone take? Like, do you
That's a
agree that?
preference.
Do you? I'm not talking about personalizing it for her, but opening it up.
women
Do,
have felt
do
like that
you
for a while.
believe that entrepreneurs should maybe only date entrepreneurs?
I think it helps.
I think that sounds like a headache.
I think it helps. I think
Yeah.
I've heard
I
this
think that's-
stupid
I
line.
think that's the worst.
I've
Well,
heard,
you went through this problem on the show. You and Sin was going
which
through
show?
that.
I've done a few shows.
Well, you and Sin were going through an issue of you
Mogul.
working too much. You
We
didn't
were
have
gonna do a
time.
show if I was working too much. Yeah, got
You
it.
didn't have time for the relationship. To deal with issues at home, this, that, and the third. So that you can almost speak to that.
I can't speak to it because Cynthia's in the same line of work as me.
right.
She is an entrepreneur.
She's in the-
She doesn't have a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like she makes her own shit. So whatever we were experiencing was specific for us. It wasn't the and that's a different argument because I
That's-
do believe there's a whole nother community of you're in a relation, and I'm not saying this applied to us, so please don't go adding her. I'm just talking on my podcast. There's
They're still gonna do it.
there's a whole nother side of, hey, the man is chasing the bag and he's unable to give the woman the attention that he once did, and she's feeling the effects of that, and that's not being communicated properly. I think that was mine and Sin's issue.
Okay.
That everything was new.
Right.
She was a first-time mom. I was a first-time executive. And I've never worked at this capacity to this level of importance. And I've never been in this situation where
Right.
I was trying to make it work with my son's mom and be there for
Right.
all the early stages of your kids,
was a lot.
of your kid's life. That was new for us. And I understand that now through months and months and months of therapy. I get it. Like I've heard women say in the past, like women that maybe not so far up in the entrepreneurship ladder as B. Simone is. I've heard women say, I can't date the post office guy. I gotta date somebody that is in my field.
Exactly.
And you be like,
It's been a
you
thing.
100% can date the post office guy.
Yeah, it's been a thing. Like I said, women. This is not
Like,
new.
stop
Women have felt
just
like that.
saying shit.
That's my issue with this take. Not your preference. Your preference is your preference. That's fine. This is misguided in the point that you're labeling every person that's an entrepreneur because she did a cleanup video too, that would be
I do want to hear the cleanup video.
that would be understanding and can drop everything they're doing to be with you and this and that. No, that's a person specific quality that would be understanding with that.
Yeah.
Like just because you have another entrepreneur, I don't think people that fully want the CEO entrepreneur guy understand that his time is much more than 9 to 5.
Right.
He can't drop everything on a Tuesday like you guys keep saying on Twitter. Like, I need that guy that he can just work on my schedule. No, the CEO entrepreneur guy you want cannot do that at all.
Right.
The 9 to 5 guy could probably do that way more than the CEO
They have more
entrepreneur
time.
that you could do.
9 to 5
So
people are way more
understanding comes from a person. It doesn't come from their job title. Like
Yeah, you
the
actually
9 to
get,
5
like,
guy
paid
could
vacations
understand the
and shit.
shit way more than the entrepreneur could.
flexible. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just saying shit. You're not even saying a preference. You're just trying to add a title to your preference.
I understand B. Simone's point, but I do got to say, and I've thought this in recent weeks, I do think the 9 to 5, and more, you've been saying this for a long time, albeit true or not, but today the 9 to 5 guy has a difficult task at hand.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'll say that. I was just talking to Mandy or somebody, and I was trying to get a good understanding of, and this is a stupid question, but I'm a guy, so I just ask it, why women just have a thing for just niggas with money.
What do you mean?
That shouldn't be the preference.
But
I get it.
But that's
I get it.
So
I get
now
it.
you
I'm
on
not-
what I'm on. So But that's.
But I'm
that was
not
the
mad
questions
if
I
it
had.
is.
I'm not mad either.
I understand.
It was just like, but
I'm not
why is
mad.
it only
I'm not-
y'all want them? Like, why is it not?
Well, that led
because
me-
a lot of the times, women that only deal with those type of guys, they're not happy. Like they're not. They lose sight of who they are. They lose themselves. Like they don't even. So it's like, why do you want to keep putting yourself through that? Is it just because you want to be around that lifestyle? You want to be around like that spotlight?
They want the fly pool pick.
And then now, like I said, attention. Attention is the most desired drug on the planet. People just want the attention. If I'm out with this guy and I'm seen and, you know, paparazzi takes a photo, now I'm hot. You know what I mean? Now I could get some brand deals and now I could get a little TV role somewhere. Like, that's like the package, the stimulus package.
This is the best beat in the world. Maul, I don't play this beat to interrupt what you're saying.
No, I understand.
I'm playing this beat because it's my time to shine.
Okay, get your shit off.
Like, if what you're saying is true, and New York City is opening up phase 2, phase 2.
That's a bar already. If what you say is true, in New York City is phase 2.
Opening up phase 2.
Keep going.
And niggas know my face too. Oh, wait, come on. I hate when Rory do this. He won't write a bar, but he want to judge. Niggas know my face too. I mean, my face card. I'm good.
You stop writing bars and judge people's bars. So I don't know what you're
they
talking
need
about.
to butcher who. Hey, what I'm saying is this. Niggas with money out there. Now is our time to shine. I'm ready to put some bitches back on their feet.
Oh my God.
I'm ready. All right. Let me pause.
Back on their feet, huh?
What? Man, that is that I'm putting that on your obituary.
If I said something wrong, well, you're not writing anything.
I'm right. I got a passage in your obituary. My
That's
nigga was
wrong?
putting bitches on their feet.
All right, so let's stop then. Let me give you, all right, because I might have lost some people. I might.
You went a little crazy.
I might have missed. No, I don't think I
You went crazy, dog.
I don't think I went crazy. But you got to start with love. You got to start with love. You got to start with the mature version of the take.
All right, go ahead.
So let me start with the mature version of the take.
All right.
Fellow men out there, I think now is a great time to call any of the women that love you and that you love and ask them if there's anything that they need from you. Often at times, women are appearing to be strong. The same things that we're going through, they're going through. They're appearing to not need, not desire, not want anything. They're prideful people. So if you have women that you love, that you know love you as well, you should reach out in these dire times and see if there's anything that you can do to help them.
Bro, you got any Trick Daddy in the
That's
in
my
your Spotify?
With that said, you want to finance their lifestyles now that phase 2 is opening up.
I got some Trick Daddy. What you want? Now that I got the mature take out the way, New York is opening. Athletes are broke.
Yeah, right.
I mean, yeah, right.
What athlete is broke?
Half of them.
Get the fuck out of here.
Shit.
You sound crazy as fuck.
No, you're bugging.
This nigga's
Unless they have insane spending
I
habits.
totally disagree.
How?
Y'all talk about the fucking OGs that's not broke. I'm talking about the little young niggas that needed all 82 games. They the ones that's in your bitch DM.
But the chicks ain't
It's
going
not
after
Barkley.
the niggas, though. The chicks ain't going
It's
after
not.
the niggas.
Well, it is Paul Pierce. It's not Barkley. What you do when the truth show up in your bitch shit?
Oh nah, that's a whole different.
The truth.
That's a whole different conversation.
That was the most forced nickname ever.
First of all, it's
nobody
like, why?
called him the
Like,
truth.
why you talking about?
Hell, fan, don't hit Paul Pierce back.
Do athletes have 9 to 5s?
Fucking games in
Some?
5 DMs.
No, technically.
Yeah, they have to be somewhere.
That's
at
a
a
9 to
certain time.
5. Athletes have 9 to 5s, B. Simone.
They do.
Paul Pierce, don't do that.
I heard you. I was trying to kind of talk over that one.
Who DM in your bitch?
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure some of the same.
Take a little swig of something, Rory.
I'm pretty sure some of the same.
How about you?
Oh, I wouldn't know.
What you said athletes are broke. I don't know where you get that from.
Well, they've only been having a whole bunch of conversations about some of the newer athletes and how not playing a full season affects their full salary. So not broke, but no, they ain't just. Some of them ain't got it to go and PF Chang's it.
PF.
They still got PF Chang's.
I don't know. I don't know.
Say the nigga that got drafted can't go to PF
No,
Chang's.
I don't know anymore, man. I just don't know.
PF Chang's.
Well, what I'm saying is, we got money to contend with them niggas now. God damn it! Come on.
The playing field's kinda leveled out a little.
Yeah. Hold on, let me raise my gunshots up. Hey, what's up? You got
PF
guns,
Chang's.
got guns too.
Yeah.
What's up, son, dude?
Yeah. PF Chang's.
You want to battle for Changs?
Yeah. Oh, you want to battle for change?
And Seeyousoon too.
Ooh.
All I'm saying is now is
I just hated Maul's ooh.
Hey, now's the time. I'm ready to put some bitches back on their feet.
Yo,
What's
that
up?
is hilarious,
Who need to get right?
The Joe stimulus package.
Who need to get right out there?
I need to hear the breakdown. What's the details?
Holla. Forget it then.
What do they get? What do they get with the Joe stimulus?
Come on.
Yeah, what do they get?
Come
What do
on,
they get with the Joe small
on.
business loan?
Come on, Rory.
So they got to be an entrepreneur?
Send it
They
through.
can get the
No,
1,200 at least.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm here for them.
They could have a 9 to 5.
Yes.
Oh, look at you. You're a good dude. So what do they get in the Joe small business loan?
That's very honorable of you, though, Joe.
I can't believe that y'all not fucking jumping on this wave. I cannot
It's gonna be
believe
short lived. That's for sure.
it. You telling me. I'm telling her.
You're trying to buy in while the
You
market's
telling
low?
me. I only want this
Joe
bitch
like,
for
yo.
a week. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not trying to live with her.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yes,
You
are.
sure?
Yeah. No, I'm off that now. Listen, once you uncondition yourself from the relationship, live with somebody, oh my God.
That's when the fun starts.
Yeah, chill out, Parks and Rory. Let's just move on. What else we got? Look at Rory.
I wish I could have
Rory
fun on this
stay looking at
podcast.
his phone.
I'm looking for the...
Rory be looking at his phone. All right, run the jewels. Run the killer. Mike has been rather vocal lately.
He's always vocal. He's never not vocal.
Hey, all right, come on. Let's get into something real quick. Here's a quick topic. I was coming in here to address this, but the man's fixed it already. The boy fixed it. 40 went somewhere and decided to tell everybody what his favorite Drake albums were. And the only reason I paid it any mind is because if 40 said it, then I assume that Drake stands by this as well.
Why?
Oh, that's not true.
That's not true at all.
I'm telling you what I assumed.
No doubt.
It wasn't fact based.
Yeah.
I would assume that Drake and 40 had some conversations privately about their ranking and
Maybe.
yeah.
Oh, you're saying Drake is aware that he feels this way?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying that because 40 said this is also what Drake
No,
says.
not Drake's opinion, but I'm certain that Drake has heard this list before. So if we're getting it, the viewing public.
If you read the full article, doesn't sound like 40 and him would have that conversation.
I'm not reading a full 40 article.
It was a really good
I
article.
read it was good.
I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I'm not reading a 40 article until new Drake music comes. I
Well,
don't just want to hear from 40.
it was.
That's me personally. I'm not just.
Well,
no.
but I don't understand
sorry.
that, Joe, because he is a big part of the music.
I know.
We've
but
said
I
countless
know,
times
which
on
is
this
why
podcast
if I'm
that
not
40
getting
doesn't get the
music,
credit.
If I'm not getting the music, then I don't want to read it.
You don't want to hear
Because
from
40
the
is
brain
fucking,
of the music.
Yeah, he's well informed. I don't fucking. It's like blue
He's
balls.
well informed.
It's like blue balls. Don't tell me about shit. Like when
Well-
I get the music, then I want to hear from 40. Tell me what happened.
Well,
What's going on?
you've gotten the music from him, so I think it's okay to read.
I
the
haven't
Rolling Stone
gotten
article.
shit. I've gotten a bunch of leaks. Drake's had new music.
No, I'm
coming.
talking about Drake's entire catalog.
Well, listen, let me just go through this list that 40 ran down. 40 said So Far Gone at 1, of course.
Uh-huh.
He said Take Care at 2, of course. He said If You're Reading This, It's Too Late at 3. He said Scorpion at 4. He said Nothing Was the Same at 5. He said Views at 6. And Thank Me Later was 7.
I would flip flop.
I
Care,
cannot-
and if you're reading this, and I would flip flop Scorpion. And
Is there a way to look at this list?
Nothing was the
like,
same.
For me, my only argument, and I won't address this because Drake addressed it already before we started recording.
What did he say?
And he said the same thing that I was coming in here to say, which was, I cannot believe that Nothing Was the Same is that low on this list.
I have it at number 2.
No, I'm not doing that.
I have So Far Gone
I'm not.
at 1. I would put Nothing Was the Same at 2. Take Care at 3. If You're Reading This Too Late at 4. Views at 5. And I'm not sure between Scorpion and Thank Me Later. I might put Scorpion last.
I would just flip 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So Nothing Was the Same would end up at 4. And if you're reading this, would end
The
up
first,
wait.
Or
You
maybe
said
Thank
you
Me
would
Later
flip
last.
2 and 3. You would put If You're Reading This Is Too Late at number 2?
Correct.
Over Take Care?
Correct.
Nah, we're not doing that.
I got Nothing Was the Same at 2.
I'm not mad. Maybe
No,
I
no,
would
no,
flip.
no.
Take
I
Care
would
at
flip
3.
maybe 4 and 5.
You don't have Scorpion before Nothing Was the Same. No, you don't. And if you do, you're wrong.
I would flip 4 and 5. I would put Nothing Was the Same before Scorpion.
And that's my only beef with the list.
But Take
That's
Care.
the only reason that I was coming on here to say something. Listen, So Far Gone and Take Care at 1 and 2. You can flip flop them in your own order,
I
but for
think
me
that's
that
right.
is 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And 3 and 4 is If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, and Nothing Was the Same, and you can flip flop those however you like. But Scorpion above Nothing Was the Same is
No.
blasphemous,
It is blasphemous.
especially from somebody who did it. That's nuts.
How dare you rank your own music like
I'm
this?
glad that Mans came forward to say, Yo, whatever 40 said is 40's opinion. I do not stand by it. I don't know how he came up with that list. Nothing was the same. Being that low is atrocious, and I will never give y'all a list because my list is different for personal reasons.
I would like for Drake to say where he would put Nothing Was the Same though. Like when he says that low, where because I would only have it at number 4 with Scorpion and put Scorpion at 5.
Yeah, me too.
So it sounds like Drake. It sounds like Drake might be trying to put Nothing Was the Same at 3.
Do you have views over Scorpion?
Do I have views over Scorpion?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that was my other takeaway. They fucking killed me for killing views, and then 40 puts views at 6.
Yeah, I would probably have
Views aged well though.
I like views.
Views age well.
I don't remember nothing. I don't
Late.
remember a song on Thank Me Later.
I don't know. Really?
No, what was on that? That was the second album.
Fireworks was on there.
The first
Fireworks was on his first album.
Yeah, Thank Me Later is his first album.
Oh, then he's crazy. Then
It was a good album.
Then he is wrong.
It was a very industry Drake album with the features and
40 is incorrect.
Shut it down.
Thank
The
Me
Dream
Later
was
is the
crazy.
first album.
Yeah,
That's not last.
like the first.
So Far Gone.
So Far Gone was the first
Yeah,
album.
but-
I know. Thank Me Later is better than Views.
I would actually probably agree.
Thank Me Later is probably better than Scorpion.
I don't know.
I can't do that.
I said probably.
I said
Yeah,
I'd have Scorpion last on the
You only
list.
because it's a double. It's a double, and you're thinking the double album.
I can't believe that. Anyway, I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this. I'm
Yeah,
just shocked at. I'm just shocked at that. Come on, we can move on. We can move on.
Anyways, yeah, read the article. It's great.
Hey, I'm gonna read it.
Does somebody else have a topic?
We could get into this Russell shit since we was on Docs real early and got off it. Were you guys aware that the Russell Simmons on the record sexual allegation documentary
It's Rory
came
Farrell.
out?
I had no idea.
Rory.
It came out.
It's Rory Farrell.
It's out
Is it
apparently.
Yeah, no, that is me speaking, Joe.
on
I'm telling
HBO?
you.
Yes.
They might confuse your voice.
I didn't know that.
And
So-
I've been on HBO several times. They do not.
So on Thursday
I
or,
was
or
just
Friday.
on HBO last night and didn't see a peep.
Word.
So on
And they
Thursday
usually
or
have that
Friday
shit,
or
like,
whatever
the
it was,
First panel.
I'm sitting there minding my business at home. Someone texts me and says, "Are you watching this Russell Simmons doc?" I said, "No." What Russell Simmons doc? Said the sexual assault thing. I said, "I remember seeing a trailer for that a long time ago. Thought they scrapped it."
Mm-hmm.
She said, "Nope, I'm watching it right now on HBO." I said, "I think you're probably just watching how hip hop was created and you're confused." I go through all 15 HBO channels that I have. It is nowhere to be found. I search it on my TV. I talk to my remote. Go to Netflix. Maybe she's wrong. Nowhere to be found at all. I then have to research over the weekend where I can watch this, and it says it's on HBO Max, which I have to sign up online, even with my cable provider and paying for HBO to find this.
Yeah.
Whoever is behind burying this documentary, you're doing a great fucking job. This is impossible to find.
I didn't even.
No one is talking about it.
Yeah, I had no idea it was out.
How you bury something on HBO is beyond me.
Yeah. Anything new is always right in the first shit as soon as you open it up.
I had no idea this was available.
Did you watch it?
I did. I watched it this morning after I signed up for HBO Max.
How was it though?
Russell was fucking wildin'.
I gotta watch it.
Russell was fucking wildin'.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Very much so. The documentary
Max.
itself, outside of the actual,
Rory and Ma.
outside of the actual sexual assault allegations, it is also a good doc about these women in the music industry. If you love music, Drew Dixon, especially in A&R, everything she was involved with, her story. There's a lot in the doc. It's a really good doc. The people in it are great. Russell was fucking wildin'.
By the accounts of these women.
Yes.
Yes. I'll watch it if I can find it. I don't think I have HBO Max.
I signed up for free.
You most likely don't.
Yeah.
I can get a free trial and get it popping.
Yeah.
I signed up for free with my cable provider, so I pay for HBO through them.
Only
I don't
white
know.
people know their cable provider's password and all that shit.
That's a valuable piece of information in
Yeah,
this day and age.
HBO
white
Go on my
privilege.
laptop is great.
That is white privilege.
Being able to watch TV shows on your Apple
Black
TV
people
is
don't
very
call
nice.
police, and we don't call our cable provider to see our password to make all the shit pop up. We don't do it.
We only call
I
our
know,
cable provider.
I know
when we
so
get the
many
fight.
black
We
people
don't-
that
We don't.
have
we,
HBO Go that they know the password
we
for.
got it from you.
Okay,
We
Yeah,
got
we
yours.
learned. We learned that.
Got your password, nigga.
got you.
What else we don't call? And we let our just phones cut off.
Oh yeah, that's how I know how to pay
What?
my bill. When to pay my bill.
Calling fucking AT&T. Fuck you talking? Send me a text and I'm gonna press 1. And if I miss that, then oh well, 611 it is.
All right.
No, I'm letting Rory get the shit off. Go ahead.
No, that's all I had on the doc.
Yeah, we'll check it out today.
How long was it?
Like $1.45, almost 2 hours.
Oh, it's only a one installment thing?
Yeah.
Got it.
One episode. L.A. Reid caught a little bit of smoke in there. It's definitely worth checking out.
Definitely.
I'll watch it.
Who from Sony caught some smoke up in there?
I don't think Sony was mentioned.
Nobody from Sony.
I have no alliance to Sony. Sony could suck a dick for all I care.
Nigga did his little big pun tribute and got out of there.
I just realized what Joe was trying to do with that Sony thing. I'm like, why you bringing up Sony?
I
Okay.
just wanted to hear.
I get it.
I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna watch this. They
Yeah.
teased it long enough. I would hope it's good. I'm gonna watch it. And I've been struggling for shit to watch anyway. So
What did I just
If you need
watch?
my HBO Max password, I got you.
Oh, look at friendship.
Rory trying to get them streaming numbers up on this doc, ain't he? Giving out that password. Like, yo, y'all need a password?
One stream for Joe.
Get these streaming numbers up.
part of the issue.
Okay.
You Oprah.
No, you part of the issue.
Me? Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. I'm getting away from. All right, run the jewels. Run the jewels. It is. Let's get. I thought this album was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Some of the production
Sequence
here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Killer Mike. A killer.
and his name is Mike.
A killer.
Julesing. Giving you the
There was
jewels.
Jules.
everywhere.
Definitely, and they ran.
What's Jules' producer name?
LP.
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 Jules.
No, it's
Well, it's not Jules.
Joe.
His name's Ben LP for
But
a while.
no, he rebranded as Jules.
No.
He did? It's still LP?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fine.
And Killer Mike
Well-
does not run.
So what did you think?
So poignant. It's
Poignant.
like it's like they wrote it last
Yeah.
week.
Sonically,
Poignant.
No, it's
Did
really
you-
good album.
Did you just say
It
poignant?
is really
I
good.
did.
So poignant.
Nah, the sequencing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Took you to another level?
I saw my man OJ tweet, yo, man, I'm really conflicted by loving the Run the Jewels album, but hating everything Killer Mike is doing politically.
Who said that?
My man.
Oh,
Just my man.
I thought you said OJ.
Well, his name is OJ,
Oh.
but not Simpson.
Oh, yeah. Threw me off. I was like, wait, what?
OJ Simpson
Well, I
listening
don't
to the
speak to OJ Simpson.
Fam, I do. Now you see why I was
Run
about
the
to be like,
Jewels
wait.
album?
Yeah.
I can understand that critique
Why?
because I can understand somebody being a huge Run the Jewels fan, but disagreeing politically with some of the things that Killer Mike is doing. I could understand
Oh, yeah.
someone
Yeah.
saying that. I'm not
It's
saying
such a
that.
politics is.
I hear Killer Mike politics all over this album, so I wouldn't say that.
Right.
But I do understand someone else saying that. But either way, what a great album. Great album. Great album, great production, great rhymes, great project. Great that they gave it away for free. Great that they always give it away for free. The numbers don't really indicate what's going on there. Like,
Yeah.
I fuck with Killer Mike. Shout out to Run the Jewels. Great album, great project, great timing. Great timing. I like that about them too. Like at a time where so many artists are pulling back, releasing music just because of everything that's going on, they
Yeah.
step right into the forefront.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be ignored. That shouldn't be ignored. I don't think any other music has come out. Last Friday was ass as far as releasing music. Nobody came out that was
Yeah.
It's been
important.
quiet.
Hey, that's not true. That's not true. I take that back. The algorithms would never tell you, but Ye Ali dropped something last week.
Okay.
Pick that up. It's good. It's not like his other project where he was rapping. He's singing.
Okay.
You have to
fuck
make
with Ye
you
Ali.
have to make that distinction for the people that are dropping rap projects and singing projects.
for sure.
You have to. So yeah, Ye Ali dropped last week. Shout out to Ye Ali. I can't tell you who's dropping this week.
No
I have no idea.
No clue.
No clue. Yeah. Same here. It's fine. What else is important? What else is important? Terry Crews. Want to get to Terry Crews? Let's talk about Terry Crews. Fine. Let's talk about
What's
Terry
up with
Crews.
Terry Crews, man?
Cruising.
Yeah, he's doing the Terry Crews thing.
What'd he do? This is his tweet?
He had an array of tweets.
Oh, he let a clip go.
Wasn't just this one. Yeah, he was getting in some combos.
Okay.
He was using his platform.
For good or for evil?
For Terry Crews. What
That's important.
Terry do?
That's
Okay.
important.
So, somebody tweeted, "Please let me know what white people have on Terry Crews."
I mean, where do we begin with Terry Crews? And trust me, I'm not spending too much time on Terry Crews. He's a
Scream, man, scroll down a little bit.
part of the powers that be.
We're right there.
Get me to the main tweet, please. There we go. That's the main one that caused a bit of a stir. No, that's not the one. No, not the black supremacist one.
Well, that was the one that really.
No, it was the first black supremacist one. You want to find it sometime soon?
That's it. Yeah, that was the one I saw.
Where?
That one right there.
Defeating white supremacy.
There we go. That's the one. Hey, hold up for a minute. It's D'Angelo week in my house, goddamn. All right, Terry Crews says, and I quote, defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy. Equality is the truth. Like it or not, we are all together in this. Race relations.
Huh?
I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know what that tweet means.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what he was attempting to say.
No.
I only know my interpretation of it, and I don't want to be ignorant. So if you guys can tell me what he's attempting to say here, it would be greatly appreciated.
I don't think I have a lyric breakdown.
Defeating white supremacy. That's the supremacy of you guys. Without white people, okay, you need white people as allies, and that doing it without white people creates black supremacy, and that's
I'm
what
lost.
He contradicts himself
That's
with
where you
equality
lose
is
me.
the truth, because when you defeating white supremacy, the point is to make people equal because there's white supremacy. So defeating an oppressor is not making the people that were oppressed the then oppressor. It says what the end of your thing says. Equality is the truth.
Like it or not,
I'm lost.
We're all in this together. Terry Crews, we're all on this earth together until we figure out a way to get to that parallel universe that they discovered. But
Or they open up Mars.
Until then, they did. But there's another one that they're going to open up soon.
Oh.
And didn't they just send people casually to space last week?
Whenever Elon
The moon, I think, is opening up
decides.
too.
Yeah. Phase 1.
Like it or not, we're all in this together. We are all on this planet together, but the way that we are treated in the workplace is not the same. It's not together. The way that we are viewed from the government is not the same or together. The police, not the same or together. Our education here, not the same or together. Red line, not the same or together. Where we live, real estate, not the same or together. Nothing about our time here is equal or the same or together.
Correct.
The idea of black supremacy in theory we can discuss. Not as it correlates to getting there without white people. Terry Crews is just, were we all in this together when you spent the last however many months tearing down Gabrielle Union? No, we weren't all in this together. When Gabrielle Union went forward providing receipts and strong black women who had some experience at that network spoke up on her behalf, the same Gabrielle Union that spoke up for you in your dire time of need. There was no togetherness then. Terry Crews comes off coonish. He does. And coonish, you take it however the fuck you want to take it. Be offended, be mad, whatever your definition is. But Terry Crews just is some black people that always find a way to just take up for white people in matters where that should not be the stance. Like if your immediate go-to is to defend white people in this spectrum, this specific conversation about oppression and injustice, then it's just off a little bit. I've said that for the last 3 podcasts. I've promised myself that I would come in here and try to be a bit lighter. So I'm not going to delve into that. But Terry Crews, shut the fuck up. Like he's one of the people that should just shut the fuck up. Everybody's just in a rush to share and speak and be correct and have a perspective and have an opinion and have a hot take. Somebody asked Terry Crews shit.
Yeah, but that's why having social media now on your phone is so dangerous.
Fuck
because
him.
You can say things.
Terry Crews, fuck you.
You can't take it back.
And not because of your stance.
Well, I like his last tweet was.
Man, fuck him.
Like
well,
that.
no,
Give a
he
fuck
said
about his last tweet.
He said, "I've learned that people will take anything you say and twist it for their own evil, anything," and then went on to double down on what he said.
I don't give a fuck about what Terry Crews has learned. I don't care what he appreciates. I don't stand with him. I don't agree with him. I don't like his actions. It's very self-serving. I hate when the self-serving dudes start trying to get into their selfless bag. No, get out of here. We've been watching you. We see how you on it. Shut the fuck up. Mind your business.
He's had some questionable moments.
Man, fuck him.
Absolutely.
Fuck him. Fuck Terry Crews. How about that? Especially now. Especially now. Why does your voice get to be amplified at a time like now? What have you advocated for outside of yourself?
Well, yeah, that's true.
Fuck him. How about that? Fuck him. It's all right to just say fuck niggas still. What else we got? I'm not spending too much time on fucking Terry Crews, but I do like cruising.
That's a different type of cruise.
Yeah, this is the cruise.
We can go on this cruise.
You know, I've
right?
never been on a cruise.
Me neither.
Not going now.
Definitely not. That's where Corona started.
Yeah.
Yo, and in the midst of everything that we've been talking about, COVID-19 is still out there.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I don't want that to go unnoticed. It's still there, even though they're about to open all this shit up.
Wash your hands. Wear a mask.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands anyway.
Yeah, no doubt.
Shit, we should have been doing.
Sing the hook! It's D'Angelo week, goddammit. Music Soul Child, get your ass out in the streets. Maxwell, get your ass out in the streets, goddammit. Blackstreet, anybody.
Calling everybody out
went
there.
to Blackstreet. I love it, I love and love. Cause if you don't remember D'Angelo, you'll forget that he got a hard 20 to beat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's a tough 20 with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we're going off a joint like he wrote and
Features and
features produced, like yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially production. Shit you don't even know he's on.
Listen, man. What the fuck is Maxwell gonna do? Maxwell gonna do real quick when this come on.
Well, let's make it clear. D'Angelo is beating Maxwell in that battle. I don't know if that's really a debate. It would just be a good battle.
Nah, we ain't gonna just Maxwell. He got some shit.
He got some shit.
Yeah, we not gonna do that.
Maxwell is gonna lose.
Nah, he got some
Maxwell would
shit.
lose.
He's gonna lose.
Maxwell got some
Of
shit.
course he does. He's Maxwell.
Yes, but he's gonna lose.
Okay. I would like to see
20?
it. Maxwell got 20.
No, Maxwell has 20. He's just going to lose to D'Angelo.
When I say nothing even matters, I'm gaslighting.
Right.
I don't understand.
Because you don't say it as
if you just croon some things, because nothing even matters.
I mean, if you get to the juxta
At
of that
all.
album, Lauren was kind of gaslighting too. So yeah, you both were.
If you listen to a lot of music from back then, you can't listen to that shit. You can't play
gaslighting
that.
on X Factor. She had some valid concerns that
We didn't. We never heard.
never got addressed.
Yeah,
We never heard Clef's.
Hey.
We never heard Clef's side of the story.
We didn't need to. Men all over the world are still trying to answer for her not getting reciprocity.
Yeah. No, chicks just learned that word and ran with it after X Factor.
Me too. I'm like, I don't be repressieving you.
Receipts?
I don't be doing it right.
I don't have no recipes.
Yo, bitches got that reciprocity argument and never turned back.
Nope.
All right, what else is going on in the world? Nothing else important for me is going on. There's nothing that I have to discuss here. Well, everything important is going on. Don't take me wrong.
Yeah.
But there's nothing else I have to address here. Let's see. Akon, Duke, Tory Spectacular, Run the Jewels, Billy Porter, Terry Crews. Oh, Prince Andrews, get your ass over here.
He tried to sneak by.
Hey, see, and that's why I don't like Rory. That is my issue with Rory. He stopped the press, punched me and you in the mouth,
With what?
got Parks away from his keyboard so he couldn't engineer, so he could go on his whole Russell Simmons rant, as he should have, because he saw the doc, and if there was wrong happening, it should be addressed.
Correct.
But Prince Andrews.
What Andrew did, man?
He's been a nasty.
Which one is
See the one that
Which
was
one
hanging
is
out
him?
with the Jeff Epp?
Now yeah.
Yo, there's
You mean
apparently there's a Discovery ID doc on Jeff Epp.
So it's much better than the Netflix
That's what I
one.
heard. It is.
Yes, it's much better than the Netflix one.
Yeah.
I watched it. I watched it just because I was bored in the house, and I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to put this on because it can't be worse than the Netflix one. And they touched on some things that I didn't understand why they didn't touch on in the Netflix one.
Yeah.
So yeah, the one on ID, you should check it out.
Prince Andrew's not the one that everyone loves. Who's the one that everyone loves? That moved to Canada
Harry.
and then to L.A.
No, this is
Harry.
not the same.
Let's go with Harry.
They love Harry.
But
They love Harry and Meghan.
Yeah, that's what. All right.
Meghan Markle.
Are they related?
no.
This isn't the same royal family.
No.
No, I think they
Gotcha.
are related. No,
Are they related to Prince?
No.
they're not related.
They're not related to Prince.
Have they been to Paisley Park?
Happy belated Prince.
I'm sure not.
No, this isn't. I
Yo,
don't think this is
everybody
different from the
stop.
royal-
Because I hate when we sound. We can just look this up.
No,
Yeah, but it's
not.
funnier
Hey,
to do it together.
Savon, when we start just sounding like this,
no, but
just
he's
chime
not.
in with a fact.
Fam, he's not. They're not related.
I don't fucking know what's going
Then
on.
what's he Prince of?
All right, I got a trick for you.
Of Epstein's fucking mansion. I don't know. I know. We would have known if they were related to the royal family.
Nigga, I didn't know Selena got killed by her fan. I wouldn't know shit.
About her. That wasn't her fan.
That was a fan.
That was not her
No,
fan.
it was her.
That was the president of her
manager.
fan club.
Yeah.
She was the president of her fan club.
It's a fan.
It's not a fan. It's not a fan.
So Joe, you gonna break down what Prince Andrew did, or
It's not a fan.
That's the fan of fans.
No. It's not a fan.
It's her staff. That's a fan.
It's not a fan.
Wait,
Joe tried to make something like it's a random
are
person
you
on the
telling
street.
me that the president of my fan club is
Yeah.
not a fan of
Yes,
mine?
because the
No.
president of the United
Is that
States
what you're
is not a
saying,
great
Maul?
citizen.
No, you said a fan like this was some random fan that ran up on her and shot her. I'm saying no, she worked with her.
And
The
she
older
was
lady
a
she
fan
worked for.
that worked for her. She was like her number one fan that worked for her, and she was jealous and envious and so forth and so on, like they said in the doc. I didn't know this.
Prince Andrew is a member of the royal family. He is Elizabeth II's kid.
Didn't want to say Parks, but there's no way he wasn't.
Yeah, you're not the prince and not
Is
the
he?
prince.
What
Yes.
about-
How is he? What is he the prince of?
What
He's
about
a prince of England.
But what about Prince?
Stop putting Prince in this conversation.
Oh,
So this is Princess Diana's brother?
Maul.
I think
It
that's
would have
true.
to be, right?
Yeah.
Is he the president of the fans of England?
This podcast numbers are through the roof. I don't know how.
He's the Duke of Okay. I didn't know that.
He's Duke.
He is Duke. He is Duke.
Listen, the U.S. has been requesting for Prince Andrews to get his ass over here for the last 7 months in relation to the young lady who says she was raped and sexually abused by not only Prince Andrew, but Trump and Epstein.
Oh, okay.
There's a picture of Prince Andrew and the accused and his accuser that he denies happened.
Yeah.
So-
That was in the Netflix.
He said he doesn't remember meeting her.
He never met her.
Yeah, no.
I don't know where that came from. I know it's a picture. I know I'm hugging on her booty, but nah, I never met her. So then he skedaddled back to where he's protected, and the U.S. have been trying to get him, and we couldn't get him. So no, they did. They said year. They did the Fed's year. The Fed year is yo, bring him here. We have questions for him.
Yeah.
Now, I think this is not hilarious, but hilarious because Prince Andrew is not coming over here.
Nah.
If I know y'all are looking for me, I'm not coming. And
Especially when I'm a prince.
And that story is really funny to anybody out there who was whoever had somebody that was attempting to serve them papers. There's no greater game in the world than somebody attempting to serve you papers. Hey, because I've been through that, I look at FedEx very differently than the average person. Hey, so let me tell you.
Is that official FedEx attire?
If they FedEx it to you and you sign it without knowing what's in there, you've been served.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
Hey, if they catch you out in the street and hand you something and you take it, you've been served.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Don't if they just drop the shit in front of your feet?
Huh?
What if they just drop the shit in front of your feet?
That don't count.
No,
Okay.
you gotta,
That don't
you gotta
count?
actually
Touch it.
take it.
All right.
Yeah.
I have to touch it. I have to touch it.
What if they throw it at you and you touch it?
If you catch it,
If you touch
Got
it,
you've been served.
if you touch it,
What if I just frisbee the shit at your chest?
And I catch it.
I mean, you fumble it.
Prince Andrew, if you don't get your rapey head ass over here and answer to some shit,
Yeah.
he ain't coming though.
No. Which makes it look even more like he knows.
He did that shit.
Yeah.
Talking about
That whole Epstein
Prince-
crew is coming to light.
Yeah.
look at the crew. It's Epstein, Prince Andrew,
Trump.
Trump, Kevin Spacey, Bill Clinton.
We know how
Yeah,
they
the
give it up.
Clintons as well.
That's a nasty five.
Yeah.
You bring that five
That
to the park.
starting five is
Girls
yeah.
are not playing.
No. They shouldn't be in the park.
They should definitely not be in the park.
I'm not playing. You bring that five to the park.
Or
Bring that
pizza.
I don't care if Bill has a saxophone.
Yeah. Nah.
Remember that? He tricked all of us, went on Arsenio playing some shit. Nigga, I was 4.
Black people were so hyped, right?
I understand what you was doing now, you fucking nasty fuckity fuck. Rory, you tell me that.
He got off the I live in Harlem thing during my childhood, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that off.
He was the first one to gentrify Harlem.
He might have started that shit.
No, he did.
Sure.
He did.
Harlem changed once
That's
he
the
lived
thing.
there.
Yeah, him and Hillary. Listen, one of y'all had some Hillary news for me.
It's similar to this.
Yeah, she's get ready to go to trial for the emails. This all happened over the during the protest, and it kind of went under the radar because the world was focused on something else. But
Yeah, y'all catching all the under the radar stuff. Damn.
no, well, people on
Under
social
the
media was
radar.
making sure that we
Shut
didn't
up.
lose sight of it.
Lose sight of it.
No, they were.
That's how I know it's time for me to go. When I just start laughing at everything, it's over now.
Swore
I have nothing else serious to add to you guys.
Nah.
Back.
Anything sounds good over this beat. Let
It
me
does.
finish Park's verse, man. Hold up.
Rest in peace, Bonnie Pointer from the Pointer Sisters.
Yes.
We did not get to that.
Yes. 100%. I want to say
I
heart
don't
attack.
think I don't think they announced it.
They
not that I read
They
it,
announced
at
it
least.
because I saw it on the news.
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't remember. Look up how.
I saw the news last night, so they didn't have any information yet.
Got it. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I officially do not have anything else for us to discuss. I did want to tell people that defending Jacob on Apple Plus is really good as far as our bingeable
I
segment.
haven't used Apple Plus yet.
I wasn't using it because everything looks trash. Like the theme, the opening fucking scenes, the artwork, everything is just plain whitewashed shit. Except for the one with Jennifer Aniston and Steve Carell.
Okay.
That one seems pretty good. And defending Jacob with Captain America, it's good. It is
Did you watch
it is a good
the
show.
platform yet?
I've been watching that. The movie on Netflix?
Yeah.
The fucking
I know you would
niggas,
like that
man.
shit.
If you don't
That's
get
your
them
type of
niggas the
movie.
Fuck out of here.
That's your
I
type
really
of
was
movie.
into that.
I know you was. I know what type of shit you just sit there and be glued to.
Yo, because when you laid up and you just open your mind when you lay up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So when you laid up, you'll be open to watching something you wouldn't necessarily normally watch. And the platform was that for me. If I'm alone, I would not watch the platform. I don't give a fuck about the platform. But if I'm laid up, that was a pretty good movie to watch laid up. We both enjoyed it and didn't fuck.
The concept of that shit is scary though.
Now there is a whole different genre of movies that you can watch with your girl and not be bored and annoyed by it, and she will also not be bored and annoyed by it.
Yeah.
Like finding things that both of y'all will like. There's like a very
You just gotta
small,
find something that y'all both don't understand. Like, cause y'all gonna both sit there
No,
like,
that
what the
can make it
fuck is
worse.
this?
Yeah.
You throw on some sci-fi with the
you
chick,
can't
it's a
No,
wrap.
sci-fi.
Can't
No,
do that. We understand.
No, but like a movie like The Platform, you wouldn't understand it. She wouldn't
I'm
understand
kidding.
it.
Okay.
Y'all both are just sitting there.
Psych.
I finally watched that Nicki
You ever
Jones
try to
show.
watch Billions
That
with a
shit's
bitch?
dope.
I have, yes.
What they doing there?
What are you talking about, man?
Don't try to do Succession. That makes Billions look like an after-school special.
I'm just talking about
when it
watch-
comes to explaining
You ever
things.
watch something where you have to think and listen, but like with a girl?
Yes.
They don't do well with listening.
No. And it'd be the most
or
simplest
when you're
movie.
watching
What
it for the
happened
first-
right there? I'm watching it with you. I have no idea.
It's only
and
worse
if you
when
shut the fuck up, I'll
would
stop
know.
rewinding this. Because I'm into it.
It's only worse when it's an old school movie like Minister Society.
Oh yeah.
It's like, just watch it. It explains itself. Just watch the movie.
I'm getting sleepy. Well, I'm not. I'm really into this film.
I'm really glued.
This is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Defending Jacob, really good. As far as anything else great to watch, I have no idea. Fucking figure it out yourself.
Cool.
And with that said, my list is over. We're headed to 3 hours. Yes, right? Oh, fucking, I lost my sleeper. Might as well do this then. Macy's is reporting an income loss of $652 million in the first quarter of 2020 due to COVID.
Wow.
Rest in peace, Macy's.
They'll be all right.
Yeah, they'll be all
Rest
right.
in peace, a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's not just Macy's out there.
I saw AMC may never open up again.
Yeah, I saw that. California.
AMC may never open up again. Movies.
Oh no, I saw that they're opening up this week.
If
Oh,
At 25% capacity in California anyway.
I saw bankruptcy coming. That's what I read.
That's like Neiman still being open. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
AMC can be open if Amazon allows them to stay open. If Amazon decides to purchase them and do something cool and renovating like they did to Whole Foods, then yeah.
Yeah.
Until then, AMC, Hollywood, sorry, no longer will it ride of y'all producing big budget movies and serving them to the movie theaters when you could put them shits in our phone or our house for immediate action.
I think the movie theaters will still exist. I hope they do. I love going to the movies.
They said cable would still exist. Fuck
It's
movies.
still around.
Still here. Yeah, word.
I think the movies would be like a nostalgic
Well,
thing.
Maybe.
Yo.
I'm okay if it was older movies at the theater.
There won't be as
You don't-
many theaters.
You don't got to be the brand new.
Let me just throw into y'all a little conversation that we are very young men.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
We've seen a lot,
Absolutely.
but we're very young men. Y'all
Absolutely.
saying that cable is still around today, 2020, at 39, 38, 36.
Honestly, I don't know how it's still around, though.
Yeah,
Honestly.
me either. I haven't had
I really
cable
don't.
ever
I
since
thought cable
moved out
would have
of
been
my
gone
parents'
5
house.
years ago.
I've
I
never had cable.
never thought we would be entertaining conversations about defunding the police, yet here we are.
Right.
World changes every day.
There's some things that will continue to happen. Life is a series of moments. I want to thank y'all for listening. I want to thank y'all for joining me. I want to thank everybody out there, especially the essential workers.
Talk to
COVID
the
still
people.
is a real thing. I want
Talk
to
to the
thank the
people.
protesters. I want to thank the people that are out there day in, day out, activating. I want to shout out to Generation Z and the millennials. Oh, my God, Jesus. Y'all are doing that shit.
Doing big shit.
I have to do it. If I kill y'all when y'all do stupid shit, I got to big y'all up when y'all do that shit. Some of y'all are out there really giving it up. Y'all got all the energy in the world.
Definitely.
Mom, I'm ending my podcast. It's Tuesday. I'll call you right back. It's Tuesday. You and my son. You guys are great. I'll call you right back. Yeah. Damn, I was just in the middle of something good. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Generation Z, the millennials, y'all out there that I'm just seeing on the news day in and day out. Like, everybody's fighting in their own way. But I have to say, I really appreciate y'all. Y'all are getting shit done. Change is happening. Don't feel like
Absolutely.
it's in vain. Don't feel like it's worthless. Y'all are killing that shit.
Salute to y'all.
Y'all are killing that shit. I am so proud of y'all, and that should not go unsaid. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Listen, we will be back on Saturday. Life is a series of moments, and moments pass. Let's make this one last as if it's all we have. Until next time, I bid you adieu, farewell, hasta la vista, adios, arrivederci, so long, goodbye, deuces, peace, all that good shit, man. Keep us in your prayers. Lord knows we need to be there. Until then, thank you guys.
Thank you.
It's hot out here all week. Hot out here all week long.
You're in the back right now.
What?
With the D'Angelo in the background, giving the weather report.
I'm giving it to him. Listen, I just thought it was time for some feel-good music, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
No doubt.
Yeah, if this beat does nothing else, it makes you feel good. Listen, ladies, do not use COVID. Oh, rest in peace, George Floyd. Let me get that out. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor.
Justice for Breonna Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Need that.
Ladies, do not use the protests and COVID to not talk about Father's Day. I see y'all trying to do it. This is me coming to y'all 2 weeks in advance. saying Father's Day is coming. It's 2 weeks away. Don't y'all act like it don't matter.
We're gonna push for it on the show. We're gonna have a Father's Day episode.
We should.
Yeah, no, we're
definitely
gonna fucking chant Father's Day, Father's Day,
We're gonna chant.
Father's Day. Yeah, they don't give a fuck about us, man.
Yeah, no, we should have a good Father's
And
Day
that's
episode.
that. Shout out to all the fathers 2 weeks from now. Shout out to all the moms out there. Shout out to everybody listening. Thank y'all. I can't thank you enough. Shout out to the DSPs. Shout out to the double follow dudes.
We in the building.
I ain't really get my shit off on the double follow talk, but I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back next game.
We'll be right back.
Next game. Oh yeah, and I'm sure I will have double followed a few people by then.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I do the double follow when I really want them to know it's real.
That you
I think that's
you
what that
locked in?
signifies.
Yeah, is you locked in?
Well, some niggas just do it with anybody, you know?
Yeah, no.
You got to save that. You got to reserve it.
Yeah, that's a very elite class.
It is.
What y'all got going on this weekend, man? Y'all staying local?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I ain't doing nothing this weekend, chilling.
Probably.
What you doing? What you getting into?
Hey! Hey! S-Dog, you see me?
That's
I
dog.
might have to do it to him. I'm sorry.
I'm not mad.
Now is the time.
I'm not mad.
Now is the time.
I'm
Just
not mad.
ordered me a little.
I'm showing love now because when I get my shit off, y'all just show me love back. So
Listen, I almost asked y'all can y'all just hold the Friday down without me, but I'm gonna be here.
let's do it.
Well, no, Thursday. We'll record Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, Thursday it is.
All right, y'all hold it down out there. Be well, be merry, all of that good shit. We'll talk to y'all soon. Wait a minute.